From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Pat McCracken, Johnny, over at Blue Adjustment Bureau.
Well, hi, Pat. What's new?
I've got a problem.
This is new? Pat, every time you call me up, you've got a problem. What is it this time?
Johnny, did you ever have any trouble getting rid of money?
Getting rid of... Look, Pat, this is the thing I do bet.
Well, not so here.
What do you mean?
I got $25,000. I've been trying to give it away for 2 weeks, but I can't.
Just a minute. Let me take the phone.
Huh?
For a minute, I thought you said you were trying to give away $25,000 and couldn't.
You heard me correctly.
Boy, you have got a problem. I'll be right over.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of a man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Home Office, Universal Adjustment Bureau, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Shy beneficiary matter. Expense account item one, $1.20 for a cab from my apartment to the offices of Universal Adjustment, where Pat was waiting for me, looking very snide.
Oh, this is a real twist, Johnny. Usually beneficiaries are beating down my door to collect. This one is playing it real coy.
What's the deal, Pat?
Oh, it starts out real simple. 2 weeks ago, a Miss Helen Gaysworth died.
Huh?
Insured for $25,000. Beneficiary, a man named Elijah Summers. So? Yeah, that's where my troubles start. No Elijah.
Can't locate?
Can't locate. No trace whatsoever.
Well, what have you done so far?
Well, the usual, Johnny. Was checked death list, advertised in the newspapers. All I've come up with is nothing.
Where did you advertise?
New York. That's where Miss Gaysworth lives.
Uh-huh. She have any relative?
None, as far as we can determine.
Any idea who this Elijah Summers is, or why she picked him as beneficiary?
Well, the only lead we've got is something Miss Gaysworth's landlady told her.
Oh, what's that?
Well, apparently this Miss Gaysworth was something of, an eccentric. Lived alone in a dingy apartment, felt that the world was pretty much against her.
Oh?
All except Elijah Summers. Landlady heard her mention him once or twice. It seems he's been nice to her sometime in the past.
How?
That I don't know. Reason it was the landlady.
She have any idea where he could be? What he's doing? If he's even alive?
No. But if he is, he's entitled to $25,000, so we gotta find him.
Hey, you know, you don't have much to go on, Pat.
Correction, Johnny? You mean you don't have anything to go on?
Expense account item two, $36 even. Transportation and incidentals to New York City. I saw the landlady. Miss Gaysworth had moved in 6 months ago from somewhere a few blocks away. 3 hours later, I'd located the somewhere a few blocks away. There, I learned only that she'd, moved in from somewhere else a few blocks away. Gradually, however, a picture arose before my mind of a sweet little old lady drifting from place to place alone, and, well, I felt sorry for her. I also felt sorry for me because nobody along the line had ever heard of Elijah Summers. Finally, I turned up her first landlady in New York. She remembered Miss Gaysworth mentioning something about having come from San Francisco. She thought. Item 3, $167.20 plane fare and incidentals to San Francisco. Item 4, $9.50 newspaper ads in the San Francisco papers. Frankly, I wasn't very optimistic, but that's where I was wrong, because the very first day I got results. The results, incidentally, were blonde with brown eyes.
Mr. Dollar?
Yeah.
I'm Janet Blakes. May I come in?
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
What can I do for you, Miss Blake?
You're the one who ran the ad about Elijah Summers.
Yeah, that's right.
Has he answered it?
Not yet.
Do you have any idea where he is?
No, none at all. That's why I advertised. Look, are you related to Mr. Summers?
No. I'm a friend of his.
Well, have you any idea where he might be, Miss Blake?
Have you ever heard of a little town called South Fork, California?
No.
It's on the Yuba River, up in the Sierras, in what used to be some of the gold rush country.
You think Elijah Summers might be up there?
Maybe.
What makes you think so?
Just call it a hunch, Mr. Dollar. Just a hunch.
Item 5, 2750, a rented car to take me to the town of South Fork. There was just enough inhabitants to keep it from being called a ghost town, a collection of ramshackle buildings at a fork in the river hemmed in all around by a mountain ranger. I looked up the local law, big, beefy, slow-talking deputy sheriff named Rollins.
Elijah Summers?
Yeah, that's right. I'm looking for him.
Who's that?
My name's Dollar, Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator.
Looking for Elijah Summers, huh?
That's the general idea, yeah.
Well, good luck, Dollar.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you. You find Elijah, you let me know, huh?
Okay. Why?
He's wanted for murder.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Shy Beneficiary Matter.
Now I knew why Elijah Summers was so hard to locate. After all, a man who's wanted for murder isn't exactly going to make himself conspicuous.
How come you want to find Elijah, Dollar?
He's a beneficiary of a life insurance policy, Sheriff, $25,000.
Afraid the dough's not going to do him much good.
Maybe not.
Oh, sure, he's got to be brought in, tried, and convicted, but I figure that's largely a question of time.
When did this killing take place, Sheriff?
Last year.
Here in South Fork?
A ranch about 3-4 miles east of here. At Jess Tyler's place.
Is Tyler the one who was killed?
Yeah.
Well, what happened?
Well, so Elijah always was a funny old duck. Jess Tyler kept him around the place a couple years, sort of a hired hand.
I see.
Now, from what we could piece together, Elijah and Jess got in an argument about some work Elijah wasn't doing very good. Elijah went plumb crazy, shot Jess, and took off in the hills.
I see.
Jess's widow took it pretty hard for the better part of a year. I guess it was Ben Watch finally pulled her out of it. They was married just a month ago.
Oh?
She and Ben are living on the ranch. Straight out of town to the east, up on a ride.
Okay.
Can't miss it. Figure on going out there.
Yeah, I thought I might. You any idea where Elijah might have gone?
Matter of fact, I got a pretty good idea.
Yeah?
Over the next range of mountains is a place called Tough Luck Canyon. A couple of hermits in there panning gold.
Go.
Well, they get maybe $3-4 worth a day. Enough to live on. Now, I got me a hunch Elijah holed up somewhere in there.
Have you been up there after him?
2-3 times.
Well?
Well, fellas got to be careful. That Elijah's a mean shot with a 30-30. Jess Tyler found that out. Besides, there's lots of places up in there for a man to hide.
Uh-huh. So you've given up on him?
Dollar, I don't give up on no man. Elijah stays up there long enough, he's going to get careless. One of these times I go up there, I'll get him.
I got into my car and drove out to the Tyler Ranch where his widow Clara and her new husband Ben Watch were living. They were expecting me.
Sheriff Rollins phoned that you were coming, Mr. Dollar.
I doubt if there's much we can add to what he's already told you about Elijah and the killing.
Well, I'm sure you don't enjoy talking about it, Mrs. Watts, but
I don't mind anymore, Mr. Dollar. Time has a way of taking care of most things. Of course, I still can't help feeling sort of bitter about Elijah. But I also can't help feeling sorry for him.
Yeah, sure, I understand. I gather that Mr. Tyler always treated Elijah pretty well.
Yes, he did. I kept him around here when it really didn't pay to.
Uh-huh. Then how could Elijah turn on him that way?
Well, Elijah was always pretty unpredictable like it. No one really knows what the argument was about.
Mr. Watts, how would I get to Tough Luck Canyon?
You? You mean you're going after Elijah?
I'd like to try.
I don't think that's a very good idea, Mr. Dollar.
Probably not. But why not?
Could be dangerous for you.
Maybe.
And why do it?
My job.
I've been thinking about Elijah a lot lately. An old man like that somewhere up in that canyon out in the open. In the cold. It just isn't right.
Yeah, well, anyway, how do I get there?
As the road takes off a mile or so from here, you'll see it marked. Winds up through the mountains to about 3 hours hike from Tough Luck Canyon.
Okay, thanks.
Just one thing, Mr. Dollar. This Elijah, he's a good shot.
I know.
And so do I. Put a 30-30 slug in my shoulder once.
When was that?
Night of the killing. I was living on the next ranch over at the time. I was one of them that took off after him. He winged me from 200 yards.
Oh? I tell you for a fact, Mr. Dollar, he can shoot fast, he can shoot straight. With those cheerful words from Ben Watt ringing in my ear, I drove back to town. Item 6, $35.40 for some camping equipment. I figured I'd be spending a couple of nights out in the open. I found the so-called road they told me about. Finally, it just sort of petered out among the trees and rocks up near the timberline. I started hoofing it. 3 hours later, I was over the ridge and working my way down the western slope of Tough Luck Canyon. Suddenly, I stopped. Yeah, somebody was trailing me. I crouched behind some brush and waited. Then I run. Hey, wait a minute. You're the girl who answered my ad about Elijah in San Francisco.
Mr. Dollar.
Janet Blake, isn't it?
Oh, I'm afraid I lied to you about my name, Mr. Dollar. Really, Janet Tyler.
Tyler? Just Tyler, the man Elijah killed.
He was my father.
Well, what are you doing here? Decide to take the law into your own hands, maybe?
You don't understand. I don't want to harm Elijah, but he must be found and brought back.
Well, I'm with you there.
Then stay with me, because I think I can lead you to him.
Look, Janet, we're nearly at the upper end of this canyon. Now, what makes you think Elijah's around this neck of the woods?
Well, years ago, Elijah brought me up here. There's a little pocket in the rock. Almost a cave.
Yeah?
He liked it, that it was his place. I recognized the landmark.
Get down. Well, Janet, looks like we finally located Elijah. The hard way.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Shy Beneficiary Matter.
Yeah, we'd found Elijah Summers, all right. He was somewhere in the rocks above us there in Tough Luck Canyon. And I knew the minute Janet and I poked our heads up, we'd collect a slug. He had us pinned down, but good.
Johnny, you think maybe it...
Stay down. Now, look, Janet, I still don't understand why you were so anxious to find Elijah.
Johnny, you've heard him shooting at her.
Yeah, you're right.
What kind of shots do they sound like?
Rifle. Matter of fact, a small caliber rifle.
A 22, maybe? Like this?
Where'd you get that 22 slug?
This came from Elijah's gun the night my father was killed.
But he was killed. Hey, wait a minute.
That's why I want to talk to Elijah.
That's a good idea, and so do I, but how?
I think you'll still remember my voice. Let me try.
Okay, but be careful.
Elijah? Elijah?
Who's that?
Don't know.
Yeah, go on.
It's Janet, Elijah. Janet Tyler.
Miss Janet?
That's right.
Who's that with...
Dollar, Elijah. Johnny Dollar. I want to talk to you. I'm your friend.
I know you don't.
Please, Elijah, he's telling you the truth. We don't want to hurt you, but we must talk to you.
That's the truth, Miss Janet.
Yes, you know I've never lied to you.
You there. Dollar. You got a gun?
Yes.
Toss it out in the open where I can see it.
Well, if we get wrong about Elijah, we're dead.
I just know I'm not wrong about him.
I sure hope not. Okay, here it is.
Now stand up and come out into the open.
Okay.
Elijah.
Hello, Miss Janet.
Oh. Elijah, you look terrible. Have you been up here all this time living like an animal?
Oh, don't you worry about me none. I've been getting along pretty good up here.
By the looks of you, you haven't been getting much food.
Enough to keep my eyes sharp, mister. Oh, I see that deputy sheriff fella come poking around here time or two. He didn't even come close. And if he had I'd sort of potted him easy with this.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about, Elijah. That rifle of yours.
It's a good one, Miss Ann. I remember when you gave me it 2-3 years ago. for the grounds crews.
Elijah, have you ever had any other rifle besides that 22?
Nope.
You're sure about that?
Of course I'm sure. You see? Yeah, I've took good care of it, too. I kept it clean and polished.
Yeah. Look now, Elijah. Have you ever used any other rifle besides that one?
Nope.
Janet, your father was killed with a 30-30.
I know, Johnny.
That 22 slug you showed me a while ago, you said you got it the night your father was killed, that it came from Elijah's gun.
I thought someone pried its slug out of his own shoulder the night of the killing. He threw it away. He didn't notice I was watching. Later, I heard him tell it around he'd been hit with a 30-30 slug.
You mean your stepfather, Ben Watt?
I was confused at first. I didn't understand. Then it came to me. Ben Watt was the one who'd killed my father. Elijah was probably trying to protect Dad and shot Ben with his 22.
Yes, there was a big fight, Miss Janet. I don't dismember what all happened, but except all of a sudden they was chasing me. I run.
Sure. Ben figured he could pin the killing on somebody like Elijah who wouldn't have a chance proving his innocence. Elijah, have you seen Ben since you ran away?
Oh, sure. Old Ben's come poking around here, too, every so often. But ain't he smart for him?
Yeah, sure, it figures, Janet. Elijah's a threat to Ben as long as he's alive, so Ben comes hunting up here every now and then.
It's horrible.
Well, of course, I gotta be real careful, because I only got a 22, and he's got a 30-30. But he'll never get old Elijah. Believe you me, he won't get him.
Elijah!
Get down and keep quiet. The shot had come from a clump of rocks more than 100 yards away. I scooped up my automatic where I'd thrown it on the ground and started circling slowly, trying to get around behind the clump of rock. I'd almost made it when my foot slipped and sent a rock down the slope. He popped up then, ready to shoot, but lucky for me, his first look was toward the rock instead of me. He saw his mistake, swinging his rifle toward me, but he was too late.
Johnny! Johnny!
Yeah, right here, Janet. How's Elijah?
Shoulder. He's all right, though. Johnny?
Yeah, it's Ben Watts, all right.
Is he still alive?
Oh, yeah, he'll keep. Long enough. Expense account total $410 even. Remarks? Well, I turned Ben Watts over to the local law. And I helped old Elijah fill out his claim for the $25,000 insurance money Miss Gaysworth had left him. It ought to keep him real comfortable for the rest of his life. You know, Pat, once in a while I get the feeling that this job of mine is worthwhile after all. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as
Johnny Dollar.
Mrs. French speaking. Who is this?
Oh, I'm sorry for my explosive greeting, Mrs. French. It's a habit I've gotten into. This is Mr. Dollar from the insurance company.
Oh, yes, I received the message that you'd called. But I don't think I understand you're coming to Chicago.
Well, I guess they haven't got around to writing you about it. They sent me here to talk to you about your son.
I see.
And then if we decide there are grounds for your fears about him, they've given me authority to go out to the Malay states and investigate the situation.
Oh, that's very nice of them. I am afraid for Edward.
I'll come out to see you about 1:30 then, Mrs. French.
Edmund O'Brien in a transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office Tri-State Insurance Group, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Edward French matter. Expense account item 1, $95 airfare and incidentals between Hartford and Chicago, the home of Edward French's mother. There the story went about as follows. Edward French had left the States after the war and gone to the Malay States, where he managed a tea plantation, concentrating on sales to a buyer for the Jewel Tea Company. He'd married an English girl, and their life seemed pleasant enough, but a letter from a Constable Wicklow had reported the abrupt end of that. Edward, on a business trip to Singapore, had disappeared. The current crop of Malay guerrillas was suspected, but there was not one clue as to whether he was alive or dead. Expense account item 3, $1,283 airfare to Singapore. It was almost a week later that I jostled my way through the crowded streets to the office of the jewel tea buyer, Mr. Neeps.
No, it's odd, Mr. Dollar. You won't believe this, but I was thinking of Ed just as you walked through that door.
You knew about the disappearance?
Oh, yes. Constable from Raub sent word down a week after he'd been here.
Oh, Mr. French did come here after he left his plantation.
Yes, we finished our business in the afternoon and went to dinner at the club that night. He left the following morning.
Did you hear from him the following morning?
Well, no, but I knew that was his plan. Actually, I wasn't worried about him even after I heard about it. Ed's, not peculiar, I guess, but strong-willed. If 50 men told him not to swim across a river, he'd do it just to please himself. You get to expect the unexpected from him. I don't know if I make myself clear.
I think I understand.
Selfish may be a better word. What I mean is that it would be like Ed to suddenly leave for some place without bothering to tell anyone.
Not even his wife?
Well, first of all, not his wife. Now, don't misunderstand. I like Ed, but I can't help disapproving of some of the things, like the way he treats Catherine. But none of my business. I like him in spite of those things. I think Ed will show up when he gets ready to and laugh at the trouble he's caused.
You don't put any stock in the idea that the guerrillas might have got him, huh? Bandits, I understand you call them?
Yes. Well, of course, there's always that possibility. A planter is killed now and then, but I'd expect Ed to be the last one.
If he just took off someplace as you suspect, would you have an idea where he'd go?
No, I'm afraid I wouldn't. It's a big world, you know.
Yeah. How do I get to Raub? I began to appreciate the state of siege British Malaya is living under when I boarded the train the next morning. All the windows in all the cars were covered with wood, hard and thick enough to withstand fair-sized bullets. At the stopping point near Raub, I was met by 2 native policemen armed with Bren guns who drove me the rest of the way in a jeep that had been encased in armor. There was no trouble, but by the time I reached the police station in Raub, I had a healthy respect for the dank wall of jungle that pushed in from all sides and the unseen enemy it hid. Because on the way, I was notified by the native driver that Constable Wicklow had been killed from ambush the day before. His replacement was Constable Downs.
It's a nasty business, cleaning them out. Poor Wicklow'd been at it for almost a year.
Well, it must have happened after I talked to the police in Singapore.
Yes, last night. They attacked the Stewart estate. That adjoins French's. Wicklow was killed on the way out with reinforcements. They'll single out the leader every chance they get.
What do you know about French's disappearance?
Very little, I'm afraid. I read Wicklow's report when I learned you were coming. Undoubtedly the work of the bandits, although it might appear to be kidnapping.
Kidnapping? That's a new theory.
Oh, hardly a theory yet. But it's not been their habit to conceal the bodies of their victims. This is the first case on record where a vehicle has been taken.
I didn't know about that either.
That's what Wicklow's report said. That's all I know about it.
Constable, I want to go out and talk with his wife. How do you...
take the Jeep by all means. It's rather late in the afternoon to start out. If you can't be sure of getting back here before dark, well, there's hardly any possibility that you'll take a chance. The native boys simply won't start back. They'll stay behind the barricade there for the night, and so will you.
The French estate, like the others, maintained about 50 private soldiers who held defensive positions about the place 24 hours a day. By the time I got there, they had pulled in for the night and were manning a tight perimeter around the main house. As the Jeep passed through it, I saw that they were fairly well armed with rifles, light automatic weapons, and grenades. In sight of all this, waiting on the veranda, and dressed as though she were about to leave for a cocktail party, Mrs. French looked entirely out of place. Mrs. French?
Yes?
Oh, didn't Constable Downs telephone about my coming? He said he would.
Constable Downs? I'm afraid he wasn't able to. Our telephone wires have been out.
Oh. Well, my name is Dollar, Mrs. French.
How do you do?
I'm here from the States to investigate the disappearance of your husband.
The United States? I don't understand.
I was sent by the insurance company that carries the policy on his life. It's quite a big policy, you know.
Yes. Please sit down.
Thank you.
Mr. Dollar, you must understand what our fears are. That Edward has been killed by the bandits.
There's no proof of that yet. As a matter of fact, Constable Downs seems to think there's a fair possibility that he hasn't been.
What did he say?
That they never bother to hide anyone they've killed, and your husband's body hasn't been found. Also, that they never steal cars, and your husband's car hasn't been found.
I haven't dared to hope. What does he think it means?
I don't think he's sure, but he mentioned kidnapping. I didn't know until I talked to him that your husband had been in his car when he disappeared. Does that mean that he drove to Singapore?
Yes, he always drove.
Through more than 200 miles of jungle during an emergency like this? Why would he do that?
Because everybody told him that he shouldn't. My husband was like that.
You're convinced that he's dead, aren't you?
Well, I haven't dared to hope. I've thought the worst so that it...
Mrs. French.
Where did it come from?
It's hard to tell. That way, I thought. You'd better sit down, Mrs. French. Come on. Come on, sit down. About 15 minutes later, I thought I understood her violent reaction to the shots in the far distance. A small lorry pulled up in front of the house, and a blond man of 30 or so years got out of it. He was introduced to me as Keith Stewart, manager of the adjoining estate. From one brief look that passed between Mrs. French and him, I thought I understood who she had been afraid for.
Well, I dare say that nobody would travel all the way out here if I caught it. You Americans are a surprising lot.
Yes, I suppose so.
And by the way, I very nearly did catch it.
We heard the shooting.
How many were there, Keith?
Hard to tell. As usual, I could scarcely see the beggars. But their number's not as important as the fact that they're still in the vicinity after last night. I'm afraid we shall have to expect another raid tonight.
The telephone lines have been cut.
Yes, I rather thought they had. I tried to call. That's why I popped over. I think we can expect them here tonight. Is that your Jeep, Mr. Dollar?
Constable Downs let me use it.
I wouldn't try to return to Raoub until morning if I were you.
2 hours later, it was dark. A double guard had been posted, and floodlights glared out in a 200-yard circle around the house. There was a rather strange supper shared by Mrs. French, Keith Stewart, and myself. The association between the two was obvious to me by the time coffee was served, and the rest of it came out later that night. I couldn't sleep in the uneasy house, and at 11 I left my room to go get some air on the veranda. But they were already there, and what I overheard from inside the house just about settled the case as far as I was concerned. I was waiting for a definite statement when the conversation was interrupted.
Here. Go inside, Captain.
What is it, Stewart?
Well, sir, did our little war awaken you?
I wasn't asleep. You said you had a weapon for me?
Yeah. Go inside, Captain.
All right. Please be careful.
Right over here, Mr. Dollar. Not a gun of American manufacture. Are you familiar with the Thompson product?
Yeah, thanks.
You'll have to arm it. The chamber's empty. Now then, you're going out there with me?
That's what you wanted, wasn't it?
Very good. Rather an odd way to carry on an insurance investigation, isn't it?
That's right. But you would hardly call this an ordinary case.
We'll return you to the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. There have been some changes made, and it's faster, it's funnier, it's got new life and brand new punch because Jan Murray's taken over. What show is this? Why, CBS's Saturday night musical quiz, Sing It Again. That hour of melody, mirth, and money that's heard on most of these same CBS stations. Yes, Jan Murray is your new host. Alan Dale, Judy Lynn, the Riddlers, and Ray Block are your music makers. And there's still loads and loads of cash for identifying the phantom voice. Be sure to hear the new Sing It Again starring Jan Murray tonight on CBS. Now with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return you to the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
keep that lane covered. We've other guns to look about for targets.
There's a movement to the left, Stewart.
Good man, 2 of them. Take them if you like.
There's 100 of them.
The main force all right. Swing your fire! You there! Concentrate on their rear. You two, Dollar. Straighten them out! We'll be in the enfilade position. Grenades! Grenades! Now!
Thanks, man.
Well, good morning, Mr. Dollar. Bandits gave you a bit of a go last night, I'm
It
told.
was over by 2 a.m. I'm sorry I got your men into it, Constable.
Oh, nonsense. They're policemen. You brought them both back, didn't you?
Yes, the one death we had was a boy from the estate.
Ah, beastly business. What about the bandits?
I don't know. I didn't stay to count. There's been a development in the French disappearance that will probably surprise you.
Oh?
I overheard a private conversation between Stewart and Mrs. French. Or at least they thought it was private. I can think only one thing after hearing what they said. They're back of French's disappearance, not the bandits.
Oh, see here now.
I told you it'd be a surprise, but it's the truth.
You suspect that there's something between them?
It's more than a suspicion. I know that to be a fact.
Good Lord.
They talked about whether or not French knew about their association and whether or not he'd mentioned it to somebody who could have told me about it. She's afraid I'm suspicious of them, she said. What else could they have been talking about, Constable?
I don't know. Good Lord. Did it sound as though they'd killed him?
Yes, it did. But unfortunately, an overheard conversation isn't much in the way of proof.
No. Pity the body hasn't been found.
That would help. He didn't say so, but I sort of assumed that Stewart has a wife. Is that right?
Yes, he has. Rather a pathetic, sickly woman.
You can't say that about Mrs. French.
Oh, no. I suppose one couldn't.
I wonder if you could call Stewart into town for something this afternoon. Maybe a report on last night's action. I'd like to talk to his wife.
Why, yes, I imagine I could. I'll ask 2 or 3 of the planters. As a matter of fact, I should arrange a meeting to discuss common defense. But good Lord, Dollar, this possibility is astounding.
It was almost too hot to move when Constable Downs opened his meeting, but I jeeped to the Stewart estate and was admitted to the room where Mrs. Stewart was resting, a pale, fever-ridden woman.
Mr. Dollar, you've traveled a great distance in order to ask questions. I find rather strange your hesitancy now that you are here.
There are some questions that are particularly hard to ask. About your husband, Mrs. Stewart.
Yes?
Do you know about your husband and Mrs. French?
Of course I've known. He's in love with her. And I don't care.
Has he spoken of divorce?
Under British law, Mr. Dollar, it would be my place to speak of divorce. Why do you ask?
I wondered if he or they had any plans for the future.
I assure you that any of Keith's plans for the future will include me. Unless he kills me. At times I wish he would.
Do you think Edward French knew about his wife?
I don't know.
Mrs. Stewart, I don't know if you really think your husband is capable of killing you. But it looks very much as though he did kill Edward French.
I hope he did. And I hope he's punished for it.
Can you think of anything that might help me prove that he did?
No. Oh, I wish I could remember.
French disappeared about a month ago. Evidently, he left Singapore in his car. If your husband killed him, he would have to have met him on the road back. Can you remember your husband leaving for any length of time about a month ago?
Yes, I do remember. A month ago, he left before noon in his lorry. He was gone for 2 or 3 hours.
Did he say where he'd gone?
No. I asked him, and he said he'd been inspecting the groves. But he was lying.
It was hard to know whether she was speaking the truth or what was manufactured by her hate for her husband. When I left her, I went back to the French estate. Mrs. French was reportedly too ill from the previous night's excitement to see me at the moment, and I was told to wait. I waited until an hour before dark and then was faced not by the lady of the estate, but by Keith Stewart.
My wife told me about your visit, Mr. Dollar.
She did? I was hoping that she wouldn't.
I'm sorry that you bothered her. She's quite ill. At times, what she says has entirely no basis of reason.
Oh? She seemed to be all right when I saw her.
She told you that I killed Edward French. Do you think that's a reasonable statement?
She didn't tell me that.
And why should she say that she did?
Probably because I told her.
You told her?
Yeah.
Why would you think a thing like that, Mr. Dollar?
Because it doesn't look like natives' work, for one thing. The body hidden, the car missing.
That doesn't necessarily follow, Mr. Dollar. A jungle animal might have made off with his body. An armored auto such as his could be sold quite easily for a great deal of money.
His body might also offer proof of who killed him. The car, too, possibly.
I'm afraid you're in error, Mr. Dollar. Edward was killed by bandits.
How do you know that?
Considering the number of deaths attributable to them, I think it's safe to assume.
You're in love with his wife.
I make no secret of that, sir.
You made no secret of your conversation with her last night, either.
What do you mean?
I mean on the veranda last night, just before the attack.
I see.
You told her there was nothing to worry about, if you'll remember. But you were wrong.
I'm afraid you were, too, Mr. Dollar. Spying is not looked upon with any amount of favor here.
It's not my usual method, but your stupidity made it almost unavoidable. How do you think the murder is going to be received?
I insist there was no murder per se. Edward was killed by the bandits.
Keith.
Catherine, will you go back to your room, please?
No, Keith. I have a right to know what's being said.
Nothing is being said, my dear, that would be of any interest to you.
Why do you say that, Stuart?
I've been listening, Keith. I have a right to be here.
All right, my dear. As you know, then, we were discussing the possibility that I might have killed your husband. It's a groundless discussion, since even if Mr. Dollar were convinced that I had, there would be the matter of proof.
I've been expecting that.
And you have a solution?
Not at the moment. But let me tell you this. I have Constable Downs convinced, too. He arranged the meeting of you planters this afternoon only to give me time to talk to your wife.
Keith.
Please, Catherine, be quiet.
The constable has probably radioed our suspicions to Singapore by now, so you can see that the ball is rolling, so to speak.
Catherine, be quiet. Go to your room, Catherine. It'll be better if you'll go to your room.
You can see she's ready to break down right now. I don't think you have a chance, Stuart.
She had nothing to do with it, Dollar. I'll accept full responsibility. We did fall in love. Edward was a beast.
That has nothing to do with it, has it?
If you'd known him, you'd realize that it had a great deal to do with it. He deserved to die. Life is cheap here in the Malay States. Good men have been dying. He wasn't a good man. He was a beast. And I took the emergency and used it to my advantage. To Catherine's advantage.
You met him when he came back from Singapore?
Yes, I drove my lorry to meet him. I feigned engine trouble, and when he got out, I shot him and drove away. But I didn't tell Catherine until after I'd done it.
Do you want to go into town to give your story to Constable Downs, or shall I send in for him?
I'll go in. If you wouldn't mind, I'd appreciate it if I could go to my estate first.
It's close to dark.
I'd appreciate it.
We'll go in the Jeep then. I've got 2 armed men in there.
All right, Mr. Dollar. I won't say goodbye to Catherine. If we could leave now.
Oh, you're carrying an automatic. I'd better take that. All right, we can go now. It was too close to dark when we swung into the last mile of his estate. The jungle seemed to press in closer than ever. The orange sun had sunk below the trees by the time we reached the house. The guard was set, and I wondered if I had spent another night with a Thompson in my hand. We walked into the house, and there faced a man I didn't recognize until Stewart screamed his name.
French! French, but how?
An emaciated Edward French, a scarecrow, half alive, and holding a pistol in his hand.
French? Edward?
Yes, Keith.
No, Edward, no!
You are Edward French?
Yes, I'm Edward French. I'm still alive. I stayed alive so I could come back and face the man who thought he'd killed me. How is Catherine?
Edward.
Is she happy thinking I'm dead? should have known that I wouldn't die. I didn't die, Keith.
Keith was going in to give himself up, French.
You won't have to now.
Oh, wait a minute. Let things go the way they're going.
I know how things are going. I don't know you, but don't try to stop me.
Edward. Look, Edward, there's nothing I can say. Nothing I can say, but Edward, there must be something.
Give me that thing, French.
Sure. There it is. Well, I've shown them a thing or two around here.
Yeah, you sure have. Expense account item 4, same as items 1 and 3, transportation back to the States in Hartford. Item 5, miscellaneous, $200. Expense account total, $2,739.50. Remarks? The story of French being left for dead and driving to a settlement hospital is too long to cover here. But he did, without letting anybody know who he was. The last I saw of him, he was being booked for murder himself. I had no idea that a cup of tea might have all this background. But I was there. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Gil Dodd with music by Wilbur Hatch. Edmund O'Brien's latest picture is the Paramount Pictures production, The Redhead and the Cowboy. Featured in tonight's cast were Jeanette Nolan, John McIntyre, Tudor Owen, Maria Palmer, and Dan O'Herlihy. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, was transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. This is Dan Coverly inviting you to join us next week at this time when Edmund O'Brien returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
For more adventure and mystery tonight, CBS brings you Hopalong Cassidy, Gangbusters, and Broadway is My Beat on most of these same CBS stations. Stay tuned now for Larry LeSueur with 5 minutes of the latest news, which follows immediately over most of these same CBS stations. This is CBS, where you laugh at Jack Benny every Sunday night, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
It's time now for Edmund O'Brien as...
Johnny Dollar.
This is Mrs. Case, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Case. Thank you for calling back.
Of course. Do I understand that my husband's insurance company sent you to talk to me?
That's right, Mrs. Case.
But who reported my husband's disappearance to them?
They have to keep their eyes open, especially with a holder of a policy the size of your husband's.
You aren't keeping things from me, are you? Nothing has happened that I don't know about.
I'd have no reason to hold anything back, Mrs. Case.
Please tell me the truth. He hasn't been found hurt or anything?
No, he hasn't been found yet. But I'd like to talk to you to find out what I can do.
Edmund O'Brien in a transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Tri-State Insurance Group, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Leland case matter. Expense account item 1, $24.80, transportation from Hartford to New York City. I phoned Mrs. Leland Case as soon as I got in, and when she returned the call, I made arrangements to meet her at her... I phoned Mrs. Leland Case as soon as I got in, and when she returned the call, I made arrangements to meet her at her apartment. But before I went over, I checked in with Missing Persons Bureau to get what background they had.
Mr. Dollar?
That's right.
I'm Sergeant Dilko. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I was busy on another file. You're interested in one in Leland case?
That's the man, and I'd like to start from scratch. All I know about him is that he carries too much insurance to lead a peaceful life. That isn't a generality.
Oh, what is it?
I wondered if you knew. He was married before, and according to the scandal sheets, he thought his first wife tried to kill him. Something about sleeping pills and a fire, but there was no proof, so all he could do was make a public statement and divorce her.
Oh, no, we didn't know that. When did this happen?
About 5 years ago.
Where is his first wife?
I don't know, but I'll try to find out.
Let us know. Here's what we have. Age 47, description, etc. Occupation, owner and manager of a statewide line of grocery stores known as Case Incorporated. Reported missing by Mrs. Leland Case day before yesterday. She said he'd been missing 2 days and knew of no reason why he should leave of his own volition. Knew of no enemies or any reason for suicide. I've got 50 more just like it.
I suppose you have. Did he say he was going anyplace the last time Mrs. Case saw him?
Not that she remembers. He kissed her goodbye at 10:30 in the morning and failed to pick her up at 7 that night to go to dinner at the home of Mr. and Mrs. Herbert Bennett.
There isn't any luggage or missing clothes.
Not unless he had some no one knew about at his office where he maintained a Not unless he had some no one knew about at his office where he maintained a bachelor apartment.
Oh, there's that.
Yeah. We haven't really gotten to work on him yet. We've got circulars and so on out on him, and in a day or so we'll be able to spare a man or two for personal work. This has been a busy year for us.
I wonder how that works, how 1 year can be worse than another.
I'm not sure. I think it's the general condition of the world myself. That is, for the ones who do just drop out of sight. You know, people will put up with a lot of boredom and unhappiness during normal times. But when there's uneasiness and unrest, their sense of values change. Their sense of moral responsibility. They say, why put up with this life along with everything else? Let's have a fling. More divorces this year and more marriages.
Everybody running to take a big jump someplace, huh?
The whole world.
Yeah, I guess that's right. What about his current wife? What's she like?
I think she's a girl it would take a long time to know. She's a lot younger. No more than 26 or 7. So the obvious reaction is to doubt her sincerity about a rich, older husband. She's darn good looking and thinks she could tell a lot of men anything and they'd believe her.
It wouldn't interfere with your procedure if I talked to her?
No, not at all. The more work I can get you to do, the better.
Well, okay, Sergeant. Thanks for the help. I'll see what she has to say. When I was admitted to the case apartment, I understood what Sergeant Dolko meant. She was beautiful, and her outstanding feature was part of her personality, too. A pair of hazel eyes whose candid stare never left yours while you were talking to her. It was almost dark when I got there, and she led me to an end of the living room where a big window looked out at the lights that were snapping on all over Manhattan.
I know I should appreciate what the insurance company is doing, Mr. Dollar, but sometimes I'm almost afraid of what will come to light.
What do you mean, Mrs. Case?
Leland's reasons for wanting to go away. I reported him missing on an impulse, and I wish I hadn't. Not for a while, at least.
Then you aren't worried about him?
I should have given him more time to explain it, to write or phone. Maybe there's a very logical explanation. But I'm mostly sorry because of the stories in the newspapers.
I didn't read them.
They make our life sound so sordid. Just because he's been married before and because he was called a playboy when he was younger. Ours has been a very normal and happy marriage. Not at all what they made it seem.
You must have been worried about him when you went to the police.
Yes, I was. But I'm inclined to let my imagination get hold of me.
Imagination about what?
About his being in an accident or being taken ill or something like that. And when 2 days passed, I couldn't stand it anymore, and I called the police.
Had you made any other inquiries? Called anyone else?
Yes, I called our lawyer the next day.
The day after he didn't meet you for dinner?
Yes. He told me he didn't have any idea why Leland should do a thing like that, but he said not to worry. Then when another day passed, I called him again, and he said the same thing. Not to worry, that he was sure everything was all right.
What's his name, this lawyer?
Paul Frater.
How well do you know him, personally, I mean?
Oh, hardly at all. He's been here at the apartment a few times for parties, and I've talked to him on the phone, but that's all.
What about your husband's other business associates? Did you know any of them?
No, not well. I've only been married to Leland for a little over 2 years. And he's always said that he wanted our life separated from his business life.
Yeah.
I think I know what you mean. You wonder if Mr. Frater and the others would keep things from me if Leland wanted them to.
Do you think they would?
Yes, I do. I think Mr. Frater was. He kept telling me not to go to the police and that everything was all right. But then when I'd ask him how he knew, he wouldn't say.
What did he say?
That the publicity wouldn't be good. I did, anyway, because I felt that I couldn't believe anybody.
I have an idea you turned to the police in anger, Mrs. Case.
I told you I was sorry that I did.
You also told me that you were almost afraid of what might come to light. Was there trouble between you and your husband?
Not that I know of. I mean, I love my husband, and if his feelings toward me changed, I wasn't aware of it.
Yet you went to the police because you were angry.
No. I was worried and confused. I didn't know what to do. Yes, I was angry because of the way Mr. Frater talked to me. I thought he was lying to me. But if I hadn't talked to him, I would have gone to the police anyway. I think any wife would.
Yeah?
Oh, I don't know what I thought. I wish I hadn't. And if there were a way to stop it, I would.
Do you really want it stopped?
No. He's been gone for 5 days, and I want to know where he is. I have a right to, haven't I?
Sure.
You think I'm cheap and mercenary, don't you? But I married him for his money, and I want to hang on to him.
I didn't say that, Mrs. Case.
You don't have to. Everybody thinks that. Maybe even Leland sometimes. Because I'm young and because of the way I look. I can tell by the way his men friends act around me and the way their wives look at me. Nobody believes I love him. And I wish I didn't. I wish I could turn into what people think I am.
Well, I'll either see you again or I'll phone you tomorrow after I talk to Paul Frater.
I'm sorry I had to keep you waiting.
Oh, it's all right, Mr. Frater.
I seem to have lost an hour this morning that I can't catch. Mr. Dollar, wasn't it?
That's right.
From Tri-State Insurance. Sit down.
Thanks.
How in the world did your company get caught up in this farce?
I think they have informers in the Bureau of Missing Persons.
Missing persons. Rot. As if it isn't bad enough to have a suspicious, grasping wife dogging your every step, now the insurance company is tagging along.
Well, that's the picture so far. You know where Mr. Case is?
No. But if I did, I wouldn't tell you. All of us. All of his friends have been after him to get away from everything here in the city and take a complete rest.
That's what you think he's doing.
Of course it is. And you'd be doing the poor chap a favor if you'd leave him alone.
His wife said that she phoned you and asked if you knew where he was, Mr. Frater. She didn't say that you told her anything about arrest.
I didn't tell her because she's one of the things he's getting away from. When I do tell her the truth, it'll be in the form of divorce papers.
She didn't mention any divorce either. She said they were happy.
Yes, she would. The word happiness is just about the most indeterminate word you'll ever find if you take the trouble to analyze it. Ask 10 people what is necessary to the state of happiness, and you'll get 10 answers. In short, she may have been happy, but he wasn't.
I take it you don't like her.
I don't like leeches. Throughout his life, Leland Case has been the object of scheming women. When he was young, there were scheming mothers, and from then on, the daughters, without prompting. He married the first time against our advice, and it ended in near tragedy. Then this brainless doll stalked him down, and he did it again. We told him from the beginning that she was a huntress. Well, it appears that he's finally come to his senses.
Uh-huh. Who are the we you speak of?
His friends, his business associates.
And, though it's none of my business, do you base your thinking on the theory that the girl is too beautiful to be good, or is there something definite?
How long have you known her, Mr. Dollar?
I met her yesterday.
Then you'll admit that we know her better. She's a cheap beauty contest type from upstate with a high school education.
Okay. What else is he resting from?
Work. He's been completely exhausted mentally for the past 8 months. He had to stop or he'd have collapsed. He's no figurehead, you know. He really heads that corporation. He carries more responsibility than a single mind is equipped to carry.
Where would he go then, Mr. Frater? You must have an idea of Florida, the Caribbean, out west someplace. Where?
I really have no idea, Mr. Dollar. I really don't.
It must be quite a distance, or he would have read about his disappearance and at least phoned.
Yes, that's true. Possibly even Europe.
Well, the police are covering all the steamer and airlines.
That stupid, spiteful woman, the police. Is there no way to stop this idiocy?
If you as his lawyer don't know, and I don't. As long as his wife says he's missing, he is. I talked with more of Leland Case's friends and advisors that day, and their statements were pretty much the same as Paul Frater's. I followed Case's last known movements from his office to his club where he'd arrived at 5 p.m. for a steam bath. He'd been seen leaving there an hour or so later, and there the trail ended. The witness couldn't remember whether he'd been carrying anything like an overnight bag, and nobody knew how much money he'd had with him. It was hard to tell how much nationwide publicity the disappearance was getting, but in New York and the neighboring states, the papers carried the story in every edition. But that day and most of the next passed before anything developed. I was just leaving my hotel room for dinner when the phone rang. It was Mrs. Leland Case calling to say she had to see me in her apartment as soon as possible.
I had to call you. I wasn't supposed to, but I didn't know what to do.
Sit down.
I wasn't supposed to talk to anybody, but I had to. I couldn't stand it.
Sit down. Now, come on, sit down. Try to make sense. All right. What happened?
A man phoned me. Leland's alive, but they're holding him. I've got to give him some money.
Now, wait a minute. When did this call come in?
Before I phoned you, about 5 minutes, I think. I don't know how long before.
Slow down now. What did he say, exactly?
He said... He told me Leland was alive and all right. He said he'd be safe if I turned $10,000 over to them. They'd let him go then. But if I talked to the police, he'd be killed.
How did you answer him?
Oh, I hardly remember. I went all to pieces. I just said, yes, I'd do anything. He wanted to know how fast I could get the money, and I said I didn't know. And then he said if it wasn't by noon tomorrow, to forget it. I can get it. There are some things in the safety deposit box.
Wait a minute.
And there's quite a bit in the checking account.
Wait a minute. Did he tell you where you were going to hand over the money?
No. Oh, he said someone would call me again.
When?
Tomorrow morning, 11:30, he said.
All right, we have some time then. We'll try and figure out what we're going to do. Before I left her that night, I felt I had convinced Mrs. Case on a few salient points. For one, that we'd be working at cross purposes with the police if we tried to make the contact without them and therefore be hand in hand with the criminals. For another, that if she were watched, as she probably would be, and acted as though she were raising the ransom, I could line up the police without any suspicion being cast on her. And finally, that by the record, kidnappers who received their extortion money according to their... Kidnappers who receive their extortion money according to their exact demands are the first ones to kill the kidnapped victim, since by that time he is the only evidence against them. I alerted Sergeant Dulco that night, and the next morning, while Mrs. Case was out getting what she could of the $10,000, I alerted Sergeant Dulco that night, and the next morning, while Mrs. Case was out getting what she could of the $10,000, I went to the apartment and waited for her. I was standing next to her at 11:30 when the phone rang. Go ahead, I'll stand here. Go ahead, I'll stand here. Hold the receiver away from you.
Take it right to line 15, Ed.
I alerted Sergeant Dulco that night, and the next morning, while Mrs. Case was out getting what she could of the $10,000, I went to the apartment and waited for her. I was standing next to her at 11:30 when the phone rang. Go ahead, I'll stand here. Hold the receiver away from your ear. I want to get what I can.
All right. I'm so scared.
Go ahead, don't try to be anything else.
Hello?
It's 11:30. This is about your husband again. Did you raise the money?
Not all of it, but it's over $8,000.
We said 10. What about the rest?
I couldn't do it. You wanted me to be careful, and I couldn't get the rest without answering questions. You didn't give me much time.
How much is it?
I can give you $8,600.
There's some way you can make up the difference?
It's such a little bit more. I could sell some of my things if you'll give me more time.
How much time?
It would take another day.
That's too long. We want to get out of this part of the country, so we'll give you a break. You get your man back.
How is he? Is he all right?
He's okay, and he'll stay that way. As long as you do what we say.
I will. What do you want me to do?
Okay. I'll tell you, and we'll get this over with right now. You know where they're fixing up that church on Park Avenue?
Yes. Yes, I know what you mean.
Well, there's a bus stop right there. You be there at 10 to 12 on a dot and have the money inside a newspaper that's folded up. You got that?
Yes.
It'll only be a few minutes, and somebody will meet you. We know you because we've been following you all morning. You got the paper rolled up like you're through reading it, see?
Yes.
And this person will come up and say, "Are you through with that paper, lady? I want to find out who won the game." Got that?
Yes, I'll remember.
You just give him the paper and walk away. You got that?
Yes. And my husband, when will you let him go?
Just as soon as we get back to where he's at and count the money.
All right. There's nothing else I can do.
That's right. And there's one last thing. Your phone's going to start ringing right after you hang up. Let it ring. It's going to be me, so you won't call out. I want you in front of your building in 3 minutes, so you don't stop the phone. You'll be followed from then on. Now, let's get started so you get your man back, huh?
Well, he hung up.
Yeah, you too.
Did you hear all he said?
Yeah, enough of it. They threw us a curve. It's not usually as simple as this. I won't have time to call the police in.
What's going to happen?
I'll do what I can. Get started now. You've only got a few minutes. I'll leave the building by the other entrance and go up Lexington. Come on.
You'll be there.
I'll try to be by the time you get there. Here's a newspaper. If you can stall a little, do it, but don't be late. When you get there, don't look for me.
I won't.
Stupid pulling a wide-open daylight contact like this. So stupid it's smart. By the time I'd elbowed and pushed and run my way to the church corner, I was so winded I thought everybody on the street could hear me breathing. But I was there a little over a minute before I saw her picking her way through the crowd, face ashen gray and the folded newspaper held as though it were something alive and dangerous. When she stopped, I moved over as close to her as I dared, and I listened for the words she was waiting for. And finally, out of shoppers' chatter of Macy's and Gimbel's and so on, they came.
You through that paper, lady? I want to find out who won the game.
What? Oh, yes. Yes, here.
Hey, wait a minute.
Huh? What do you want?
Hey! Let go! Let go! Let go! Let me go! Come
Haven't talked to him yet, but I've got 2 cars out checking the address he gave the booking sergeant.
What name did he give?
Lamson, Eugene L. We haven't checked that out either.
There must be at least 2 more to do all the There must be at least 2 more to do all the tailing and covering he talked about on the phone.
Well, we'll get a call from the radio cars. Oh, here. He's in here. Well, you don't look like you're going to enjoy a steak for a while, do you?
I can wait.
For a long time on a federal rap?
You think so, but I ain't worried.
Where is Leland Case?
I got news for you. I don't know where he is.
Is he alive?
I don't know that either. I read about him in the paper and figured I could nick the wife before they found him.
Sure.
You don't like that? That's all you got of me, and that's all you're going to get.
I wouldn't count on that. Use your head, Lamson. You know how high kidnapping comes. I've known people to get a break if they cooperate.
I don't know nothing about a kidnapping. I'm telling you straight.
You mean he's dead?
I mean what I said. I don't know nothing about it.
Who was in it with you?
Nobody was in nothing with me. I did it alone.
Then you know where he is.
I don't know where he is. I tell you, I read about it and figured I'd try to cash in. I ain't fool enough to kidnap nobody.
I don't know what you're trying to pull, Lamson. It's a little late to play stupid.
You told the arresting officer that all you did was ask a lady if she was through with her paper. Why didn't you stick with that story?
I knew I couldn't make it whole.
Then let's have the rest of it. Who contacted Mrs. Case yesterday?
I did.
Who followed her this morning?
I did. I read about her husband and cut her picture out of the paper, went over by her place and stuck around till I saw her. And yesterday I called her on the phone and told her she could get her man back.
Where is he, Lamson?
I don't know. I just told her that to see if it would work. Almost did.
Drop it, Lamson. You phoned her this morning at 11:30. I was there.
Sure I did.
Who followed her from her apartment building to that Park Avenue corner?
I tell you, I did all of that. But I don't know nothing about no kidnapping.
Who stood by the telephone connected to the cases to keep it busy?
Nobody did. I phoned her from just on a block this morning, from a booth. And when I told her I was going to call back and for her to leave it ring, I just left the receiver hanging and went out to follow her.
You know, a lot of you guys have got the idea that if you take a story like this and stick with it and swear to it and repeat it, that there isn't anything anybody can do to break it down.
Yeah. You can't break this one down because there ain't no other. I don't know nothing about this guy but what I read in the paper.
We'll just let you soak for a while, Lamson. The FBI is on their way over. I understand they're pretty good with stubborn guys like you.
I'm telling you, I don't care who comes. That's the straight story, and nobody can make me say nothing else. It was just an idea I had. I got it after I read about it in the paper that this guy
That's enough, Lamson. We'll get back to you. You work on your story while you wait for it.
Well, I have to work on it. It's true.
You had enough, Dollar?
Too much,
It may sound crazy. Maybe I am, but it's the truth. I just figured it might work, and it almost did. I had the money right in my hand.
I think it was then that we began to feel that when and if we found Case, we'd find him dead. I don't know about the sergeant, but I began to feel responsible. as though he might have been killed because we'd picked up Lamson and the accomplices he wouldn't name had known that things had gone wrong. We waited in Dolko's office for the report from the radio cars investigating Lamson's address. When we got it, the picture was as blank as before. He'd moved into the place 2 weeks before, and nobody that was questioned knew where he'd come or...
Take another copy.
I think it was then that we began to feel that when and if we found Case, we'd find him dead. I don't know about the sergeant, but I began to feel responsible, as though he might have been killed because we'd picked up Lamson and the accomplices he wouldn't name had known that things had gone wrong. We waited in Dolko's office for the report from the radio cars investigating Lamson's address. When we got it, the picture was as blank as before. He'd moved into the place 2 weeks before, and nobody that was questioned knew where he'd come from or anything about him. In the meantime, the experts had gone to work on him, and by 10 that night when I left for my hotel, he still hadn't changed his story. That's the way the day ended. Johnny Dollar.
Sergeant Dolko.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, Sergeant. Anything new?
There was a message on my desk when I got here to call a hospital up near White Plains.
Huh?
I talked to a doctor who says there's a patient up there that answers Case's description.
What?
It seems to be a semi-religious place of some kind in the country, sort of removed from reality. This man was brought there by somebody who found him wandering on the road with his clothes torn off and in pretty bad shape from beating. He gave his name as White.
Huh. I don't get it. You going to follow it up?
Yeah, I'm asking permission of the local authorities to come up, and I wondered if you'd like to go with me.
What about Lamson?
He's asleep. So's everybody that questioned him. They worked all night without getting him to change a word.
All right, Sergeant. Let's go to White Plains, then. You want me to cab over, or will you pick me up? The hospital, it seemed, practiced really basic charity. Nobody who came or was brought to the door was turned away. According to the doctor, the patient called White was recovering nicely from his physical symptoms, but his mental condition was such that he refused to talk to anyone, refused to do anything but lie in his bed and stare at the ceiling. We'd come armed with photographs of Leland Case, so we knew that's who he was the moment we walked into his room.
Oh, hello, Mr. Case. I wish you'd have let people know where you were. You've caused everybody a lot of worry.
What name did you call me?
Case. Leland Case, isn't that your name?
I don't know. I don't know who I am.
I think we do, Mr. Case.
Leland Case. That's not a very nice name. Why did you come here?
We've been looking for you. You've been missing for over a week. My name is Dilko, and this is Mr. Dollar.
I'm glad we found you, Mr. Case.
Leland Case. That name doesn't mean anything to me.
We have some photographs here. See if you recognize them.
Mm-hmm. They're of me. They're of someone who looks very much like me. I have no memory of anything before I was on a train that I left in the city near here.
White Plains?
Oh, yes. I called myself Mr. White because I remembered that.
You don't remember getting on the train?
No, I remember getting off late at night and wondering why I had come and where I should go. I remember walking down some railroad tracks because it seemed so good to be in the country at night. And then these men attacked me, and I believe they took everything I had, if I had anything. And someone brought me here. Who is Leland Case?
You're a pretty successful man in the state of New York. You have money and a big, thriving business. You have a wife.
A wife?
Yes, the girl in one of the pictures. This one.
This girl is my wife?
Yes, and you also had a doctor who told you that if you didn't stop working so hard, you'd have a mental breakdown.
Well, this is awfully confusing. To hear you tell me that this stranger, that I am this Leland Case, this is no joke, is it? Are you sure that's who I am?
Yeah, we're sure. As soon as you feel strong enough to go back to New York with us, you can talk to people who know you. Your wife, for one.
My wife?
Does the name Paul Frater mean anything to you? He's a lawyer.
Paul Fraser. No, it doesn't mean anything to me. The doctor tells me I've recovered from my injuries. I wonder when he would let me go.
He told us that if you felt like it, you could leave today. It would be good for you.
Well, then, if my clothes are wearable, I think I'd like to try and get up.
All the way back to New York, he asked questions about the Leland case. All the way back to New York, he asked questions about the Leland case he'd forgotten. When we got there, it was early evening, and by arrangement with Paul Frater... Paul Frater was waiting with Mrs. Case at the apartment. There were a few moments of strained silence while he looked at them with no show of recognition.
And you tell me that this is my wife.
Leland, darling.
And Mr. Fraser.
Why, I'm your attorney. You and I have been like father and son for years.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Fraser.
You don't remember?
I'm afraid I don't.
Leland. Leland, darling, I'll take care of you. I'll make you remember.
What about the business? That'll snap him back.
These gentlemen have told me about the business, this huge, complicated enterprise. Well, I can't believe that I, no matter what my name is, ever controlled anything as large as that.
Well, you did, Leland. You're a genius in organization.
A genius? Well, that sounds awfully dull.
Leland, the company needs you.
Mr. and Mrs. Case and Mr. Frater, I think the problem from here on is up to you. Sergeant Dilko and I are only in the way now.
Well, we want to thank you for all that you've done.
We're glad that it's turning out this way. Goodbye, all of you.
Goodbye. And thank you.
Mr. Dollar. Thank you.
Just so long as Mr. Case will be all right now.
I think I will, Mr. Dollar. Yes, I really think I will.
I couldn't tell because the light wasn't too good, but I'm almost sure that Leland Case winked at me. If he did, it means that his memory is no longer lost, but just stashed away for the day he wants it. And I have an idea that it won't be the company that's there when he decides to find it. But as I say, the light was bad, and I'm not sure. Expense account item 2, same as item 1. Item 3, miscellaneous, $446.53. Expense account total, $496.13. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
This is Dan Cubberly inviting you to join us next week at this time when Edmund O'Brien returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as...
Johnny Dollar.
Are you from Hartford?
Hello? What was that?
Are you the insurance investigator?
Yeah, that's right.
You're here about the Alma Scott shooting?
Yes, who is this?
This is Alan Swain.
Is this a gag?
No, it isn't a gag.
Well, it's about time you gave yourself up, isn't it?
No, I won't. Because I didn't kill her.
Why'd you take a run out?
I don't know. I've done everything wrong, but I didn't kill her. I want to talk to you if you'll promise not to go to the police first.
All right, I can do that.
How can we work it so I'll be sure?
Are you still in Central?
Yeah.
I'll be alone. My word is good.
Edmund O'Brien in a transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Columbia All Risk Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Alma Scott matter. Expense account item 1, $219 airfare and incidentals between Hartford and San Francisco. For a day and a half, the investigation had taken the form of a search for the man who called me, Alan Swain. 4 witnesses, tenants in the dead girl's apartment house, had seen him running away in the corridor outside her flat immediately after they'd heard the shots. So when this chief suspect phoned about 8 that second night to say that he was innocent and wanted to see me, I was naturally more than anxious to set the meeting up. Later, I wasn't so happy about it. According to arrangements, I cabbed to the corner of Fulton and 26th Avenue, found a photography shop in front of which I was supposed to be picked up, and stood there for about 5 minutes looking at the pictures of some uninteresting brides.
Hello, mister.
Hi.
You marry one of those?
No, thanks. I'm supposed to meet somebody here.
You live in the neighborhood?
No, I'm from Hartford, Connecticut.
And I guess we were fated to meet.
What about the guy that called me? I thought he was going to show up.
He changed his mind. I'll take you to him. Come on, there's a cab waiting around the corner.
I memorized the number of the cab, hoping it might have picked her up at some address that might be useful later. It was a silent trip. The girl with a pretty but rather hard face slumped in her corner, looking almost bored except for the fact that she smoked one cigarette after another. When we left the cab in front of a cafe on a coast highway, she took my arm and led me away from the lights, across the road toward the sand. And there, behind the added protection of a low concrete abutment, I met Alan Swain.
He did come alone. You weren't followed, were you?
Ask him. I've gotten out of the habit of trusting people, so I wouldn't want to say.
I told you my word was good, Swain. Maybe you deserve it, maybe you don't.
What do you mean?
Well, from the beginning, I haven't been able to figure how a guy like you got mixed up with a woman like Alma Scott.
I wish you'd been here a month ago to knock that into his thick skull.
Oh, lay off, Helen. It doesn't do any good now.
It never did.
I didn't kill her, Mr. Dollar. I swear I didn't.
And why have you done everything a guilty man would do? You were seen running away from the scene and getting into your car. You abandoned that. The cab driver remembers picking you up a block away from where it was found and bringing you back to Market Street. Everything you did has been done by scared killers before.
I know I did everything wrong, but I didn't kill her. I wasn't even in her apartment.
To match all the testimony that says you did kill her, can you put your hands on any that says you didn't?
No. When I was in the hall, when I heard the shots, well, if I'd gone on in instead of losing my nerve and running, I could have cleared myself, but I didn't. All I thought of was my own hide. Then when it was too late, I realized the police would never believe anything I said.
What makes you think I will?
I don't know. I'm just asking you to give me a chance.
A chance to do what?
I want to tell you what led up to that night. It doesn't make any difference how I met her or anything. I knew she was no angel, but I never thought she was all bad. And I still don't.
That's what 2 years of college does for you.
Oh, lay off, Helen.
4 years, you'd be 100% blind.
What's your story about that night?
Alma and I were going to leave town. We were going to fly to Mexico and get married. Then we were going to Los Angeles and stay there. She wanted to get away from this town and the people she knew here.
I don't think that's worth much, but is there any way I can check it? Plane reservations?
Yeah. They're under the name of A.J. Hall for next Friday night at 9.
What airline?
Cal, Mexico.
Why the switch in names?
Alma said there might be people who wouldn't want her to leave, and she didn't want it to leak out. We were going to cancel the reservations under that name and make them under our own Friday morning to match our identification at the border.
Who is she afraid of?
I don't know. She wouldn't tell me.
Probably had a big choice.
Do you know who?
New in town, but give me time.
Okay. What's the rest of it, Swain?
Well, she broke a date with me that night. Said she wasn't feeling so good. Then about 10, she phoned and told me she'd changed her mind about going away with me.
What reason did she give?
She didn't give any. She hung up. I started right over to her place. It only took me 5 minutes. When I got there, I stopped just outside her door because I heard her talking to somebody.
What about?
Well, I didn't understand the words, but she was sort of screaming. I started for the door again, and that's when I heard the shots. And I don't know what happened to me, except that I thought whatever was happening was somehow my fault. And I ran. That's all I know.
That's all?
Yeah.
What do you think I can do with that?
I don't know, but it's the truth. There must be a way you can find out who was in there with her.
Don't you have any idea who it was?
No.
Man or a woman?
Why, a man. It must have been a man.
Did you hear a man say anything?
No, but there must be some way to find out who was there.
I don't know what it is, but I'll follow it up.
And you won't tell the police?
About meeting you? I doubt they'd believe me if I did. You can phone me if you think of anything.
All right. Are you coming with me, Helen?
Not cricket to pick a man up and then just drop him. Maybe I can lure him into the bar over there so he won't see you leave. Think you can afford me?
Temporarily, yeah. I'm on an expense account.
Hello. The bar, or do you want a booth?
Booth, please.
This one over here okay?
Yeah, sure, it's fine.
I'll take your order.
An old-fashioned, I guess.
Ryan soda.
Okay. Rye old and a high with soda.
It's not generally known that Swain has a sister, is it?
Do you think he has?
You're too young to be his mother.
Thanks.
I can't quite see you in that woman scorned part.
I've been there. Can I have a light?
Oh, sorry.
Tell me something. Why do you think a woman might have killed her?
I didn't say that, did I?
You ask Al if he knew whether it was a man or a woman.
It was nothing but wishful thinking. She carried a life insurance policy with a half-sister as beneficiary. We can't find her.
I hadn't even thought of that kind of an angle. It never crossed my mind that she was killed for any reason except what sort of a dame she was.
What kind?
Oh, don't get me started. Hasn't anybody else's name come up? She knew a lot of men.
It's been open and shut against Swain. With that lineup of witnesses, the police certainly have no reason to chase after anybody else. Any ideas?
Yeah. The guy she dropped when she put a leash on Al. His name is Walter Helm. The police know him if you don't.
You mean you think he killed her?
If he found out they were going to Mexico, I think he would have. Or had it done.
Why didn't Swain tell me this?
Because he didn't know. That dame never bothered to tell him. She was using him for something, and she didn't want to scare him away.
You didn't warn him?
Well, I had a better idea, but things seemed to backfire. Al's got me to thank for this mess he's in. I tipped Walter Helm that they were leaving for Mexico. How did I know Al would go storming up there?
I don't have the faintest notion, but I wish you'd phoned a different detective.
You don't have to follow it up if you don't want to. That's all I've got to say, and I don't want the drink. Maybe some other time.
I didn't wait for mine, either. I settled the bill and followed her out. I was in time to see her get into a cab whose number I added to the one we'd come out in. And I waited 20 minutes for another to take me back to my hotel. I had no idea of sharing with the police or tossing at Walter Helm the vague hearsay evidence that had been given me. It seemed to me the logical place to go was back to the tenants in Alma Scott's apartment building. And the developments that followed paint a fairly true picture of that hindrance to accurate investigation, the average witness. I won't bother quoting all four at the address, but Mrs. Swinehart will serve as a composite.
Why, yes, Mr. Dollar. I'm glad that I can be of service. I'll do anything I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Swinehart. I just come from talking with Mr. Robertson down the hall.
Oh, yes.
Didn't you say that he was already in the corridor the other night when you got there?
Yes, he was.
Uh-huh. Well, he seems to think now that you were there before he was.
Oh, but that's not so. I remember distinctly. I went out, and as you know, the Robinson apartment is across and to the rear of the one that woman lived in.
Toward the rear of the building from Miss Scott.
Yes. Well, why, when I went out, the first person I saw was Mr. Robertson, standing there. Then I heard the sound of running up toward the front and saw this man.
He was running toward the street entrance?
Yes, he was.
So you looked very briefly toward the rear.
And saw Mr. Robertson.
And then turned toward the sound?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Are you absolutely positive that it was Mr. Robertson you saw?
Oh, of course I am.
Was anything said?
No. Nobody said anything for a minute. We were startled, you know.
Now, Mr. Robertson remembers that as soon as he came out and saw you, he asked you what had happened.
Oh, well, Mr. Robertson was wrong. He was there when I came out. If he said anything, I didn't hear him.
Could it be that you expected to see Mr. Robertson standing where you had so often seen him, and after a glance that took maybe a second, your mind automatically said, that is Mr. Robertson?
Mr. Dollar, I know what I saw. What's the meaning of this?
It's just possible that there was a second man mixed up in this thing the other night. A man who might have come out of Miss Scott's apartment and instead of bolting toward the front entrance, gone quietly to the rear stairway and out the back.
Oh, dear.
That's why it's so important that you're sure. Could it have been someone else that you glanced at and glanced away from? Someone who left while your attention was on the running man?
I was sure it was Mr. Robertson.
The second time you looked, it was. We're all sure of that. For that first glance.
I was so sure.
It might be that Swain, who looked so guilty, might not be. It could be the difference between life and death to him.
Oh, now you have confused me. I was so sure. But I shouldn't like to call Mr. Robertson a liar if he truly believes that I was in the corridor when he came out. After all, it all was so sudden and shocking. I suppose anybody's mind could play tricks, as you say.
Will you come and talk to Mr. Robertson with me?
Oh, dear. Yes, I will. But I'd so hoped we'd heard the end of this dreadful thing.
In less than an hour, 4 positive witnesses had broken down in the face of doubt. None of them could swear that there had been a second stranger in the hallway. But neither could they swear that there hadn't been. And none of them had actually seen Alan Swain come out of the Scott apartment. I didn't look forward to telling the police what was happening to their open and shut case without at least something constructive to offer. At 3 that afternoon, I still didn't have it, but I got it when I stopped by my hotel to check the phone calls. The clerk told me that a Mr. Walter Helm was waiting for me in the bar, first table to the left. Mr. Helm?
That's right.
My name is Dollar.
Oh, sit down. What are you drinking?
Nothing, thanks. It's a little early for me.
I don't suppose you know anything about me, but I'll get right to the point. The papers say you're working on the Alma Scott case. I have an interest in it. She was a friend of mine.
Oh?
You've got to do something about finding that maniac that killed her.
Well, if you think you can help, you ought to go to the police.
I don't want to go to the police. I want to talk to you. Where can we do it in private? Your room?
I guess so, if you've got reason to keep it that private.
I have. Come on. Which way do we go?
We will return to yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. Assets, 1 block of wood. Liabilities, more trouble than the legendary paper hanger with a hide. It sounds as though Edgar Bergen had a pretty bad bank balance, doesn't it? But luckily for all of us, he comes back week after week to CBS Radio with his block of wood named Charlie and lets himself in for more trouble. As for you, you're really in the chips when you take in the Edgar Bergen Charlie McCarthy Show, heard over most of these stations every Sunday. Don't miss them tomorrow night on CBS Radio. Now, with our star Edmund O'Brien, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Go ahead.
After you.
Thanks.
What's the matter, Dollar?
I don't get you.
Yes, you do. You're acting funny, like you've got certain ideas about me.
Your name came up in a conversation last night.
What about?
The killing you've got an interest in. What else?
Who was this conversation with?
You don't expect me to tell you.
We won't get any place this way. Somewhere along the line, you picked up the wrong idea about me. Let's get it straightened out.
I just spent an hour looking you up in a newspaper morgue. That's hardly the way to build towards a fast and strong friendship.
That's business. It's got nothing to do with you and me. I came here to talk about Alma.
Well, let's get it over with then.
I'll level with you. I've been waiting for a call from the police, and it hasn't come. I know they'll pin something on me if they can. They've been trying for years. That's why I want to do something about seeing that Swain maniac picked up.
So it can be pinned on him?
That's where it belongs. I don't care what you think about me. You can't go along with them letting a crazy killer go free because they want to put me away, can you?
I didn't know that's what they were doing.
They will if they get the chance. What did they do with that check? Burn it up?
What are you talking about? What check?
A cashier's check for $15,000. I gave it to Alma. I knew her well enough to know I didn't have to kill her to keep her from going to Mexico with that scum. She got tired of me before, but not so tired a small gift wouldn't bring her back. I knew I was a sucker, but if that was the only way I could keep her, it was all right with me.
That doesn't set so well.
That's the way it was.
Maybe this time money wouldn't keep her.
You're wrong. She changed her mind. She wasn't going.
One thing interests me. How did you know she was going to Mexico? How'd you find out?
Swain's sister phoned me, half crazy about his life being ruined. She said if I didn't do something to stop it, she would.
What day was that?
The day Alma was killed. I went over that afternoon with a check and had a talk with her. That's when she changed her mind.
I've been on this thing pretty much from the beginning. And there wasn't a check.
And they got rid of it. They're trying to pin this thing on me.
There's a record kept of cashier's checks. If you bought one, you can prove it by going to the bank.
Not if you're Walter Helm, you can't. They'll say I bribed somebody and probably pay a few bucks themselves to prove that. That's one of the things I want you to do. Go to the bank so you'll believe me about that check. I'll pay you. Your own price.
Aren't you afraid they'd make that out of bribe?
They would if they could. But this is legit. You've got a private license. You're for hire, aren't you?
Not by a suspect, after I've been given access to state's evidence.
What kind of evidence? I could really make this worth your while. Just between you and me.
I feel sorry for you, Helm. You're a big wheel, but when you can't count on your money getting you something or getting you out of something, you're lost. Because nobody will take you, anything you say, or anything you do at face value.
Maybe you're right. I'm not complaining, but maybe this is the deal that sets you right. The papers say she was killed by a .32. It hasn't been found yet.
A town like this, it's probably at the bottom of the bay or in the ocean, don't you think?
That's a shame. .32 is all they need to really pin it on me.
How come?
I gave it to her. It's registered to me.
How do you know that was the gun that killed her?
She kept it in a drawer in the living room. And you didn't find one in the apartment anyplace, did you?
If that's true, you wouldn't hurt yourself by telling the police.
You tell them, not me. I thought I could talk business with you, Doc. You say you're not for hire. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to post a reward. $20,000.
That might be a smart move.
It'll be legit. Read about it in tonight's papers.
The notice made the front page of the paper I got under the caption, Cooling Murder Sparked by Reward. And strangely enough, it sounded sincere, not slanted toward Swain as I'd halfway expected, but offering $20,000 for any information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person or persons who murdered Miss Alma Scott. I didn't know how the police fared, but as far as I was concerned, reaction set in almost immediately. Johnny Dollar.
This is Alan Swain.
Oh? How are you making out?
What kind of a trick is this that Helm is pulling? This thing in the paper.
I don't know. It's got news value, and he must have laid cash on the line. Might even be on the level.
Oh, you're crazy. It can't be on the level. You know that.
He says he didn't kill her.
You talked to him?
Yeah?
What'd he say?
Just that he didn't kill her. I'm surprised you're so upset. According to your sister, you didn't know anything about him.
She told me about it last night. Well, this is a mess, and something will have to be done.
It should have been done a long time ago. Why don't you give yourself up, Swain?
No, I won't.
That would be the best thing to do.
No, I won't. I wish I'd gotten out of town while I could, but I listened to Helen.
Come on in and talk about it, Swain.
No. It's too much against me. The police don't care that I didn't kill her. They don't care who they get just so they get somebody. Well, they'll have to find me.
The case against you isn't as strong as it was.
What do you mean?
The witnesses who saw you outside Alma's apartment, they aren't sure now that they didn't see somebody else, too.
Are you telling me the truth?
Sure I am. That's what I mean. Come in and talk about it.
No, I'll have to think. I'll have to talk to Helen. I don't know what this reward is going to mean. This reward trick of Helm's. I'll have to think, and I'll call you back.
The phone rang again about an hour and a half later. I thought it was Swain, but it wasn't. It was Lieutenant Halloran at police headquarters. He had a confession to Alma Scott's murder that he wanted to talk to me about. It was made, he said, by a woman who claimed she was Alan Swain's sister.
This dame says she knows you, that she met you last night.
I guess she did.
She says you met Swain and her at the beach.
This guy phoned me, Lieutenant. It could have been a crank. It could have been anything. I met them, and nothing they said would have done you any good, so I didn't bother with it.
Bother me with it? With what we haven't had, did you think I'd mind picking up the suspect?
You know my racket. Sometimes I have to give my word. If I get out of the habit of keeping it, I'm going to miss a lot of bets.
Sometimes I wish I was still a private cop and could get away with that stuff again.
You were one?
Yeah, Seattle until 49.
Then you understand.
I'm not supposed to.
I tell you, what they gave me just broke down the case you were building. Now it looks like there's nothing to it. What'd she say?
Last night, did she question you as to why you thought a woman might have killed Alma Scott?
Yeah. A beneficiary, the only possible insurance angle in the case, by the way.
She said that when you mentioned that, she figured you had something on her. When the reward was posted, she decided to give herself up.
You sound like you don't quite believe her, Lieutenant.
Well, I'll be honest. I don't know.
You think she's protecting her brother?
I said I don't know. You want to talk to her?
If it'll help.
I'll send you.
Thanks.
Yes, sir. I hope I didn't put you on the spot by talking about last night.
That's not important.
Well, I'm going to ask you to sit down before you.
Move over. I was surprised to hear about this.
I'm surprised, too.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's the whole thing. I never thought I'd go this far. Get rid of people who were hurting me.
Murder is pretty far. You think it was worth it?
I don't know. I had to get him away from that thing. I didn't grind through burlesque houses for 10 years to let that happen.
Been taking care of him that long?
Longer. I'm not decent. Guess I took my mother complex out on him. Sent him to school. Even 2 years of college. I guess it was wrong. I guess I spoiled him more than Mom would have. After going that far, I couldn't stop when that eagle got her claws into him.
I don't think you killed her.
Neither did that cop, but I did. When I learned she and Al were going to Mexico, I went up there and had it out with her.
You said you called Walter Helm.
I did, but he wouldn't do anything, so I said I would.
He told me he went to see Alma and that she changed her mind about going.
That's not what she said to me.
What then?
I went there about 9:30. Told her to lay off my brother, and she laughed at me, so I killed her.
Where'd you get the gun?
I had it.
What caliber?
32.
After you killed her, what'd you do?
I just stayed in the apartment for a while. And I looked out the door, and when the people were out of sight, I left.
Back way?
Yeah.
What street you come out on?
Polk Street.
No, you didn't. The alley doesn't go through to Polk. It turns halfway through the block, goes on to California.
Maybe that was it. I wasn't thinking of where I was going at the moment.
I don't think you were there.
Yes, I was. Oh, please, he didn't kill her. He wouldn't have. You don't kill something you love, and he thought he loved her.
It takes only a split second for love to turn into hate.
He didn't kill her. I told you I did.
$1.
Yeah?
There's been a shooting out at Walter Helm.
No! Oh,
I thought you'd want to know.
no!
Hey, Lieutenant. Sergeant, things under control?
I think so, sir. He shot his way in. Butler was hit. Helen was waiting for him. We managed to shoot each other.
How are they?
Both still alive, sir.
We'll go in. This man's an insurance investigator. He's all right.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Where's Swain?
Right over there, sir.
Thanks. Swain. Swain?
Swain? Remember me?
Yeah. Did I kill him?
We don't know yet.
I hope I did. He took her away from me. He took her away from me.
How, Swain? He said he gave her a check and she changed her mind about going with you.
He took her away from
We better leave him alone.
He's in pretty bad shape.
A lung shot, I think. Helm is over there.
Hello, Helm.
Never thought this would happen over some dame, did you, Copper?
Take it easy. What happened, Helm?
I heard the shots at the door. And there he was.
Why'd he come here?
I don't know.
There's only one reason, Helm. You know it, and we know it.
Doesn't make any difference, does it? Sure. I killed her. She was going to leave. I couldn't buy her back. So I stopped her the only way I knew. No scum like he was going to take her away. Nobody was going to take her away.
Expense account item 2, $134 miscellaneous. Item 3, same as item 1, transportation back to Hartford. Expense account total, $572. Remarks? I was wrong from the beginning. I'm not making excuses for it, but I wasn't as far wrong as the sister. If her false confession had ended it, she wouldn't have taken a rap for her brother, who she thought was guilty, but for Walter Helm, who she was afraid was innocent. It only proves again that you have to watch the words that go above your signature. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Gil Dowd with music by Wilbur Hatch. Edmund O'Brien can now be seen starring in the Paramount Pictures Technicolor production, Silver City. Featured in tonight's cast were Jack Moyles, Virginia Gregg, Jeanette Nolan, Herb Butterfield, Hy Everback, and Harry Long. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle.
This is Dan Coverly inviting you to join us next week at this time when Edmund O'Brien returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, the refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment, presents for your listening enjoyment Edmund O'Brien as...
Johnny Dollar.
Your call to Blood River is ready, sir. 1 moment. Go ahead, please.
Hello, Deputy Gray?
Yeah, is this Mr. Dollar?
Yeah, right. I've been assigned to the Colburn shooting.
I got your telegram. What'll you be here?
Well, I have to ask you a favor. I got a plane space to Parkinson, and I understand there's a bus to a place called Divide, but I can't find any transportation into Blood River.
Well, there isn't any. I'll have to meet you in Parkinson.
Oh, good. I'm due to arrive at 4 tomorrow afternoon. Say, what about Colburn? Did he make a statement?
No, he hadn't come to yet. If you want one, you better show some speed. The doc says he may not last till tomorrow.
The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum bring you Edmund O'Brien in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
To make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to refreshing, delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Here's a taste treat you can enjoy indoors, outdoors, at work, or at play. The cool, long-lasting mint flavor refreshes you. The smooth, steady chewing helps keep you fresh and alert, adds enjoyment to whatever you're doing. Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Tri-State Life and Casualty Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during investigation of the Blood River matter. Expense account item 1, $240, transportation and incidentals between Hartford and Parkinson. I was paged at the airport and given a note that directed me to St. Paul's Hospital, where I was met by Deputy Sheriff Tom Gray.
I brought Coburn in here this morning, trying to pump some blood into him, I guess. Nothing like a hospital out in Blood River.
Any improvement?
Yeah, I don't think so. Slugs from a 45, 4 of them. If it was me, I'd have left him where he was. Moving him 40 miles didn't do him no good. What did this insurance company send you out for?
Just a routine check. When a policyholder gets shot up, they like to know why and by whom.
How much insurance do you have?
$50,000 worth.
Oh, I didn't know that. Who's it go to?
Frank Colburn, a son, and Mary Colburn, a daughter.
Oh.
Do you have any leads, Sheriff?
Leads? Oh, I got what the hired girl said.
What was that? I didn't hear about it.
Oh, she was a witness. She was in the kitchen that night. A man knocked on the door, asked for some grub. Old Colburn walked in, started to shoo him away, and the man shot him down.
Have you got him?
No, not yet, but a posse's out hunting him. We'll find him. Come on, operating room's down this way.
Tom, have you heard any news?
Not yet, Mary. Hello, Frank. I didn't know you two were here.
Yeah, we came in as fast as we could.
This is Dollar. He's from your pa's insurance company back east.
Miss Colburn, Frank.
Who sent for you, Dollar?
The insurance company was notified of the shooting. They asked me to come out.
Why?
I don't think this is the time to talk about it.
It's just the way they work, Frank. They like to look into things like this. Come on, Dollar, in here.
Oh, Tom, wait. Can't we go in, too? The doctor told us to wait here, but we've got a right to go in if anybody has.
Well, I guess you have, Mary, but the doctor probably thought it'd be easier for you this way if something went wrong, you know.
Well, it isn't. I want to be with him. I have a right to be.
All right, Mary, if that's the way you want it. You too, Frank?
I don't see how it'll do anybody any good, but I'll come.
The son, Frank, was a huge man, well over 6 feet in his high-heeled boots. But the figure on the operating table must have towered over him during better days. I learned later that Max Colburn was more than a man. He was already a legend in the Blood River section. But here, under the intense glare of a battery of overhead lights, and under the probing instruments of the surgeon, Colburn was a great deal less than a man. Through the concealing sheets, you could realize the disintegration of his body, and his massive head, skin now bloodless and drawn, had already taken on the aspects of a skull. I knew he'd never make a deathbed statement, but we stood there and waited 2 hours for him to die.
That's all, nurse. Jot down the time, please, and notify the coroner.
Yes, sir. 6:15.
Oh, now, Mary, don't do that. It won't do no good.
Oh, Tom, what'll I do? What'll I do?
You'll be all right, Mary. Frank, take her out of here, will you?
Come on, Mary. There's nothing anybody can do now.
If it had been me, Doc, I'd never brought him in. Old Bull might have made it in Blood River.
I'm sorry, Gray. He had to be moved. No facilities at all out there.
It's your business, I guess.
It was point-blank range, Gray. Multiple punctures of the stomach, single puncture of the right lung. He had to be moved. How do you do?
Johnny Dollar, Doctor.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dr. Fulton. Mr. Dollar is representing the insurance company.
How do you do? I'm sorry I couldn't save him, Dollar.
Well, you did everything you could.
Yeah. Who was it that shot him, do you know?
Not yet.
I hope you'll find him. Max Colburn was a fine man.
Yeah, the best. Now, what are you going to do now, Dollar?
Go to Blood River? I'm still not satisfied about this thing.
I'll put you up in my place. There's no hotel.
Oh, thanks. I'd appreciate it.
Well, nice to meet you, Dollar. Too bad it couldn't have been under better circumstances.
You should never have brought him in.
Well, he probably knew what he was doing.
You think he shouldn't have been brought in? Why'd you let him? You're supposed to be the sheriff out here.
There's nothing I could do to stop him, Frank.
No, and there didn't seem to be anything you could do before to stop it either.
Oh, now, calm down, Frank.
The county don't pay you to run around with my sister. If you'd been spending half the time on your job that you do with her, this wouldn't have happened.
That's enough, Frank. Now, shut up.
And if Mary don't know it's mostly your fault, I'm going to tell her.
He's a hot-headed buzzard.
Yeah, I noticed. Can we make it to Blood River tonight?
Yeah, we can make it all right. Look, Dollar, I want to tell you something. It's a funny little place, only about 300 people in it. They aren't going to like you butting in. They don't like strangers.
I'm used to that.
Okay, as long as I told you. My Jeep is out in the back in the parking lot.
It was only 40 miles to the village of Blood River. It took us until 9:30 to get there. But long before then, I had begun to feel the place. It was at the foot of a range of mountains that rose sheerly from a narrow, choked valley. And it was the mountains that gave the feeling of oppression. In the moonlight, they seemed to be leaning over the village, ready to destroy it at any moment. Gray had comfortable quarters in his cabin office. I slept fairly well. And the next morning, he drove me out to the village, to the Colburn Ranch. Quite a layout.
Only 400 acres now. Colburn used to own the whole valley. There's open range up in the hills there. Well, this is the best fattening range in the whole... Will you get away, Duke?
That dog dangerous?
Yeah, could be, I guess. He's the old man's dog. He knows something's wrong, but he don't know what. That's right, isn't it, Duke, boy? Yeah. Now, go away, go away.
Go on, boy, go.
Well, come on, we'll go up to the house. Our girl will be in the kitchen, I suppose. Oh, cut it out, Duke. He's all right. Now, shut up, will you? He don't see many people dressed like you.
He's got nothing on me. I don't see many dogs like him.
Millie, it's Tom Gray.
I don't want to talk about it no more, Tom. I told you what I saw happen.
Here's a man from back east. He wants to talk to you.
Why? You tell him what I said.
I did, Millie, but he wants to hear it from you.
see it all happen again. That's why I don't want to talk about it. But I will if I got to.
Well, thanks, Millie. I'll make it short as I can.
Go on, Duke. Now, you stay outside, boy. Go on, go on. There. Well, this is where it happened, Dollar. He's lying right there. This way with his head on the table. Two of the slugs hit the wall there. Hey, you see the marks?
Yeah. Was he lying face up?
That's right. Went over backwards. Shot from about here, I'd say.
Is that right, Millie?
I don't know. I went in the sitting room when I saw there was going to be trouble.
How much did you see?
I told Tom. It was after supper and I was cleaning up. A stranger come to the door and said he was hungry. I yelled to Mr. Colburn. I have to ask him about things. And he started right away to run him out. I fed a lot of strangers. I never heard him act that way before.
Did it sound like he knew this stranger?
I couldn't tell. He started cussing at him, and I run in the sitting room and held my hands over my ears till the shooting. Then I screamed.
According to the description you gave Sheriff Gray, the man was short, stocky, with dark hair and heavy eyebrows. Now, can you remember anything else about him?
I can remember one thing more. He was wearing some kind of a coat and had a newspaper in one pocket.
Mm-hmm. Would you recognize him again if you saw him?
Oh, yes. I'll never forget him. Why haven't you caught him, Tom?
We'll get him. Did you see him after you heard the shots?
No. I run back in here and saw Mr. Colburn. Then I run outside screaming. Randy come out of the bunkhouse. I didn't see the man.
That's Randy Drew. He didn't see this stranger coming or going.
Colburn's son and daughter, where were they?
They wasn't here. I don't know where Miss Colburn was, but Mr. Colburn wasn't home yet from riding fence.
Millie.
What?
You telling the truth?
Yes.
You aren't protecting anybody.
Of course I ain't protecting anybody. Why should I do anything like that? Who would it be?
I only asked, Millie. That's all I want here, Sheriff.
Good enough.
Thanks for the help, Millie.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to storm.
How old is she?
Huh? No, about 20, I guess.
With a little work, she could be an attractive girl.
She's peculiar. She grew up outside, but never quite did inside.
How does she and Frankie get along?
Pretty good, I guess. What are you driving at?
Sometimes that stranger story sounds just a little too pat. Now, hold on. I take it that's the bunkhouse?
Yeah, that's it.
Now, how could somebody kill Colburn and then get across all this open yard before anyone ran out to check on the shooting?
I don't know. I guess shooting out here don't mean what it does where you come from. Folks here do a lot of shooting.
Well, Millie said she screamed.
Yeah, it's pretty dark here, too. Mountains cut off the sun about 4 o'clock.
Well, maybe so.
I told you we found a gun in a ditch near here. She said she had a newspaper in his pocket. The gun was wrapped in one when we found it.
Who's this?
What? That looks like Charlie Baxter. Oh, yeah, it is. He was in the posse. Wonder what he's steaming that horse about.
Hold it. Oh!
What's the matter, Baxter?
We got him. We got the killer. We found him at Silver Star.
Oh, well, good. Where's he now?
We're bringing him to your place. It's Elmer Bryce.
He came back?
You better get in there.
Right. You stay here and bring Millie in. She'll have to identify him. Use the truck.
Okay.
Let's get on back to town, Dollar.
Who's Elmer Bryce?
There used to be a hand here, just flunky. Kept the range string watered. Choked a colt to death with a rope, and old man Colburn darn near killed him.
When was this?
Oh, 2 years ago. You know, in 35 years of ranching, Elmer Bryce was the first hand the old man ever had to fire. Folks around here ran him right out of the country.
The thunderstorm swept in over the mountains and began to drench the valley during the trip back to the village. A group of maybe a dozen curious were huddled in slickers outside Gray's office waiting for a look at the prisoner. He arrived by car, went through the formalities of arrest, and a few minutes later, Colburn's hired girl walked into the office and faced him.
That's him. He's the one.
You swear on a Bible, Millie?
Yes, I could never forget him.
Okay. You can go on back to the ranch. Thanks for coming in.
I'm glad they caught you.
Oh, Millie.
When they kill you, maybe I can sleep without seeing it happen all over again.
That's enough, Millie.
All right.
Hey, the one, Millie?
Well, Bryce, you're under arrest. Anything you say will be used against you.
I didn't kill him.
You deny being at the ranch?
I was at the ranch, but I didn't kill him.
Well, what did you do?
I was hungry. I thought I could get something to eat. He owes it to me. I can't get work no place because he talked about me so much. Nobody'll hire me on account of the way he talks. It wasn't my fault that colt choked. He kept pulling and the rope jammed. Colburn, he told people I was crazy and I did it for fun. That ain't right.
What happened at the ranch?
Well, I asked the girl for something to eat. She called Mr. Colburn. He come and cussed me out and told me to get off his land. And I left.
Well, he says when he cussed you out, you killed him.
I don't care what she says.
What kind of a gun do you carry?
I ain't got no gun, and you can't prove I killed him. Because I never did.
Him too is Gray. We want Elmer Price.
Why did you go to his ranch instead of some other?
I told you. Because he owes me something for what he done to me.
Why don't you tell the truth so we can get on with this, huh?
I didn't kill him.
You hated him.
I hate a lot of people. Listen to them.
Who is it?
Baxter, let me come in.
Just a minute. All right, come in.
Gathered fast, Gray. Must be near to 100 out there now. They sent me in to say they wanted Bryce.
Well, they can't have him.
You know how they feel about old man Colburn? They want his killer for themselves.
I didn't kill him. Nobody can prove I did.
I think you've waited long enough, Sheriff. You better get this man into a car and get out of here.
All right. Come on, Bryce. On your feet. I ought to give you to him.
I don't care what you
Give me a hand, Dollar.
Sure. Faster we move, the better.
Open the door, Baxter, and start out. We'll be right behind you. All right, let's go.
Move, Bryce. Come on, move. Come on. Get to the car, Bryce, quick.
Now go home, folks. Anderson there, you go home. And Phil, you know better than to do this. Now go on home, will you?
Right, get away. Let go. We don't need no outsiders. Ben, take care of this outsider. I got the killer.
Use your head. This won't do any good.
This is Alfred, you crazy. You ain't gonna stop it. Oh!
There was no stopping them. I caught a last glimpse of Bryce's face as I went down into the mud of the street. Then there was nothing but hundreds of thrashing legs carrying the mob and their victim to a waiting truck. Blood River was in the process of living up to its name.
To make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to refreshing, delicious Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum. The lively, full-bodied real mint flavor cools your mouth, moistens your throat, freshens your taste. And the chewing itself gives you a little lift, helps you keep going at your best. So for real chewing enjoyment that's refreshing and long-lasting, always keep Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum handy. Healthful, delicious Wrigley Spearmint Gum will make every day more enjoyable. And now, with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return you to the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Deputy Sheriff Gray had fared worse than I. A boot heel had stunned him. So it was 15 minutes before we got underway in the Jeep. We found Elmer Bryce on the road to the Colburn Ranch, hanging from a bridge. We took his body back to the sheriff's office in the now silent village.
You got to understand how they felt about Colburn before you can begin to understand their actions.
I'll never understand. I've never been part of a mob.
And neither have I. Neither have they. But this is something special. The old man is going to break up the rest of his land and parcel it out. He's done it before. He was loyal to the Blood River folk, and it meant they could have the land of their own. They could never afford it except the way he sold it.
You're in a bad spot, aren't you? What are you going to do about this lynching?
I'd like to call back the last hour and a half. That's what I'd like to do about it. Should have kept Bryce out of Blood River, but I didn't know. These people are my friends. I'll have to go into Parkinson and name as many of them as I saw. That's what you pay for wearing a badge, I guess.
It's a lousy break. Is there anything I can do?
I think I better strap on a gun. For the first time since I got this job. See there on the desk the receipt I made out when I took Bryce's personal things? I better have that. Is it there?
Yeah, it's here. Sheriff,
What?
what's this? Who signed this?
Charlie Maxwell. He signed because Bryce couldn't write. That's his X just above there.
He couldn't write.
Well, no, he wasn't much for brains. You saw that.
He couldn't write his own name, but he carried a newspaper around with him? Why? Just to have it handy for wrapping guns? Or did he learn to read without learning to write? Oh, it's going to be a strange kind of justice, Sheriff. If he was telling the truth and your village killed an innocent man, those that go free will live with that for the rest of their lives.
I'll leave the Jeep with you. I'll drive Maxwell's pickup into Parkinson.
Yeah, thanks.
There's some of my clothes and boots you can wear. Better get out of them wet ones. And just take this advice, will you? Don't go throwing your weight around. It's going to send them crazy. Be careful. I'll be back after supper.
The single street was still silent and empty when I left for the Colburn Ranch. The mountains were closing in again. There should have been lights in the windows of the houses, but instead they were dark. And I could feel the eyes of the people who stood inside them, watching me pass. Finally, almost at the edge of town, a knot of men stepped from a doorway and waved me to a stop.
Where's Tom Gray?
He went into Parkinson.
What for?
To report the lynching.
Lynching? Hear that, boys? He says somebody strung up the killer.
I don't believe it. From what I hear, he hung himself. And good.
Why are you trying this out on me? I'm not here to arrest you. I couldn't if I wanted to.
What are you doing here?
I'm still looking for Max Colburn's murderer.
Bryce hung himself.
He shouldn't have, because he wasn't guilty.
Who says that?
Sheriff Gray and I. There was nothing against him but your personal feelings and some circumstantial evidence.
He's the one who done it. He even said so.
Said what?
That he went to the ranch first off. Why else would he do that?
He was hungry. Now, come on, get out of my way. If you people think the rest of the story will help your peace of mind, any, I'll try to get it for you. But Bryce was innocent. Think about that for the time being. Come on, move it, Ben. I'm coming through.
Let him go, Ben. Come on, boys. He can't hurt us.
All right, boy, all right. It's all right. Come on now. You're a good boy. Sure, it's all right. Yep, these clothes belong to a friend of yours.
Who is it?
Johnny Dollar, Miss Colburn.
Oh,
Who is it, Mary?
it's Mr. Dollar, Frank.
Oh, yeah. Come on in, Dollar.
Thanks.
We heard about Bryce. I'm sorry it went that way. Any man, I don't care what he is, has a right to a trial.
Yeah. Lynching is one of man's least pleasant habits. This one especially, it looks like Bryce was innocent.
No, he wasn't.
Millie said he was the one.
There could have been a lot of things wrong with her statement. She didn't see it happen, she only heard it. Somebody else could have taken advantage of Bryce's visit and done the shooting himself.
I don't follow you.
He did come out here, he admitted it, but I don't think he killed your father.
He hated him. Mary, stop that.
Sure, he hated him. Everybody knew it. With that and Millie's statement, who would bother to look any further than poor, dim-witted Elmer Bryce?
Oh, Frank. Oh, Frank.
Shut up, Mary. Go on in the other room.
Wait a minute. What's the matter with her?
She's upset.
Frank, you killed him.
Shut up.
No.
You'd like that to be true, wouldn't you?
You said you would. You said you would, and you killed him. I'm going to the sheriff, Frank, and don't try to stop me.
She's off her head. Like everybody else in this blasted hole.
Yeah? Why should she have said that?
Because I lost my temper one night. Told the old man he better blow his own brains out before I did it for him. Because he forgot how to think with them.
When was that?
A couple of weeks back. Maybe I was hot enough to mean it at the time, but I cooled off. I wouldn't kill my own pa.
Well, there goes your sister, Frank. Sheriff Gray mentioned that he was going to sell the rest of his land. Was that the cause of the trouble?
Yeah. He didn't care what happened to his kids. I told him with all the war talk, this was the time to hang on to it, restock the herds, and get ready to make some money.
Ranch is yours now.
That's right. Mine and Mary's.
Where were you when your father was killed?
I was riding fences up by Red Knoll.
Do you have any way to prove that? Any witnesses?
You don't run into anybody up that way. That's our land. Folks stay off it.
What about it, Frank?
What about it?
There's a lot stacked up against you.
I know it. You can depend on my sister. You and anybody else who'd like to string me up for it.
What about Millie? Was she in it with you?
In it? Now, wait, don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill my pa.
There's a lot stacked up against you.
Well, there are places to go. I don't like jails and courtrooms. I think I'll just fade until it blows over.
That's not the way. You won't make it.
You're gonna stop me?
I'm being paid to see this thing cleaned up. I'll have to try.
Get out of my way, Dollar.
You sit down until the sheriff gets you.
Get away from the door. You're an outsider. It's none of your affair. Now get out of the way. I said get out of the way. What's this to you? Stay where you are. You can't make me. No, I don't want to have to kill you. So don't get up.
Frankie,
What do you want, Millie? What are you doing with that gun?
you've got to kill him, Frankie.
Get out of here.
You've got to. For me.
Why?
Because I lied. I lied to everybody.
What about?
About your pa. Elmer Bryce didn't kill him.
Millie.
Because I did. I killed him for you. You told me that night you wished he was dead. You remember that night?
I remember, Millie.
And I told you I'd do anything for you. Remember that? Anything.
Yeah, I remember.
I lied. Elmer Bryce came, but I stayed in the kitchen and heard everything he said. I knew he hated your pa, and after he ran away, I thought about it.
You're crazy, Millie.
I waited for a while, and when I knew nobody saw that man leave, I yelled to your pa again. And when he come in, I shot him. And that night, I threw away the gun.
What's the matter with you, Millie?
You know what's the matter. Now, you can't run off and leave me. You've got to help me.
I can't help you.
You got to kill this man.
I won't do it, Millie.
Then you've got to take me away with you.
I'm not going away now. I don't have to. I didn't have anything to do with it. This is the end for you and me.
All right, Frankie.
Hey, get down. Don't do it! Kill her! Drop it! Let go!
All right. I did it for him. Now I don't care what happens to me.
As far as I was concerned, that was it. Frank Coburn lost a lot of blood, but not his life. And his sister still had to live at the ranch with her ill-tempered brother. The hired girl who brought all this about was taken by the sheriff. When I left Blood River, the state had moved in to see what it could do about the lynching. But what that is, I don't know. The entire village was guilty of murder, and what could anybody do about that? All I know is that the original murder was not committed with the idea of insurance fraud. And in spite of the mess I got into, that's what I was hired to learn. Expense account item 2, same as item 1. Expense account total, $740. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Remember, friends, to make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to refreshing, delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. There's lots of cooling, real mint flavor in every stick. And chewing Wrigley's Spearmint helps keep you feeling fresh and alert. You feel better, work better, get more fun out of doing things. So indoors, outdoors, wherever you go, keep some healthful, refreshing Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum handy. To make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Gum and stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role, written by Gil Dowd with music composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Edmund O'Brien can now be seen starring in the Columbia Pictures production 711 Ocean Drive. Featured in tonight's cast were Virginia Gregg, Bill Conrad, Junius Matthews, Sammy Hill, Clayton Post, Tyler McVeigh, Dave Light, and Howard Culver. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum hope you've enjoyed tonight's story of Johnny Dollar and that you're enjoying delicious Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum every day. We invite you to join us again next week at the same time when, from Hollywood, Edmund O'Brien returns in another adventure of...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Bob Stevenson speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Johnny Dollar.
How weary, stale, flat, and unprofitable seem to me all the uses of this world.
Who's that?
Garrett Reynolds, Johnny.
Reynolds in Trenton?
That's right, New Jersey State Mutual Life.
Well, what was the quote from Shakespeare about? Hamlet, wasn't it?
Alas, I would a tale unfold whose lightest word would harrow up thy soul, freeze thy young blood, make thy two eyes like stars start from their sphere,
Hey.
knotted and combined
Hey.
apart,
Now, wait a minute, will you?
particular hair to stand on end like quills upon the fretful porpentine.
Garrett, have you gone off your rocker?
Why don't you come on down here and see?
Yeah, I think I'd better.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the New Jersey State Mutual Life Insurance Company, Trenton, New Jersey office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Heatherstone Players matter. Expense account item 1, $9.80. Train fare, lunch, and incidentals on the trip from Hartford to Trenton, New Jersey. Item 2, 70 cents. Taxi to Garrett Reynolds' office.
Oh, glad you wasted no time, Johnny. Sit down. I'll get right to the point.
Big rush, huh?
If I read the signs right, yes.
Okay. Whom were you expecting to get bumped off this
You ever
time?
hear of the Heatherstone Players?
Huh? Sounds like a summer theater or a traveling stock company.
It's Cyril Peter St. George Heatherstone.
Cyril
And he's
Peter.
just as bad as he sounds. An old Shakespearean actor, a real ham.
Oh, friends, Romans,
Oh, no,
countrymen.
don't do it.
What's the matter?
It'll be bad enough when he gets here. Any minute now.
What do you mean?
Every other sentence a quote from the immortal bard.
Oh.
By the time you've listened to him for 5 minutes, you never want to hear of Shakespeare again.
Sounds like he might be fun.
Fun? He's poison. And if he gets knocked off, it'll cost the company $10,000.
All right, come on, tell me off.
He keeps traveling around, conducting classes in Shakespeare and putting on occasional performances with the local talent. After he gets all their dough from them, that is. Whenever he pulls out of a town, he leaves behind a lot of unpaid bills.
No wonder he keeps traveling around.
It's no joke. He also leaves behind a lot of enemies and a lot of broken hearts. He thinks he's Romeo himself or Casanova. Anyhow, he's back here in Trenton. He's putting on a Shakespearean festival over radio station WVGR.
Oh, well, hey now, maybe I could join the cast. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is
Will
the
you
sun.
cut it out? This is serious.
So am I. But go on.
There is not one of his cast or crew there at the radio station doesn't hate every bone in his body. Except maybe young Joni Carter.
And who's she?
Oh, she's the girl he picked to play Juliet in Ophelia. Promised her a shining career on the stage and stardom in pictures and that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, maybe she's good.
Oh, don't kid yourself. It's part of his act to charm her away from Charlie Cubberly.
And who is he?
He's also in the cast. He's getting nothing but bit parts.
Well, I still see no cause for alarm.
Oh, you will, Johnny, if you ever attend one of those rehearsals.
Well, look, if they all hate him so, why don't they just walk out on
The
him?
old shyster's got him tied down to contracts. Must have signed them with their eyes closed. They're stuck with him, Johnny, until the festival is over. Or until somebody kills him.
You think it's that serious?
Johnny, one way or another, he has taken everybody he's ever come into contact with.
Even you?
Even me. Number of times I've had to go through the operation of changing the beneficiary on his policy.
Who is the beneficiary?
As of the moment, Joan Carter.
The actress you mentioned.
The girl I mentioned. He uses the policy as a come-on to charm the poor, unsuspecting young...
So, what has this day deserved? What has it done that it, in golden letters, should be set among the high tides of the calendar?
What the Sam?
King John, my boy, Act 3, Scene 1. Mayor, for your plebeian ear, I should have asked this churlish fellow next to you why for he sent for me this hour.
Heatherstone, this is Johnny Dollar.
Oh? And here's my hand.
And mine, sir, with my heart in. Uncle.
Good man, that's from the Tempest, Act 2.
Not
that I give you a charge.
Look, Heatherstone, I've asked Dollar to act as your bodyguard until this play of yours is over and you can get out of town.
Play festival, dear sir, in which the immortal Shakespeare's works, beneath my practiced hand, shall so enchant...
Yeah, wait a minute, Heatherstone. Garrett, I'm not going to serve us
I said bodyguard. I've received 3 anonymous notes telling me in no uncertain terms that his life isn't worth a plugged nickel around that studio.
Threats, huh?
Just warning.
What matter? To quote the bard, I bear a charmed life.
Have you given those notes to the police?
Yeah, but I haven't heard back from them. That's why I sent for you in such a hurry.
How fitting that my end should come there, on stage, so to speak.
What?
Blow wind, come rack. At least I'll die with harness on me back. Which is to say, my friend, that I'll die with me boots on.
Yeah, I got that. Has anybody threatened you in person, Heatherstone?
Yeah. And what about that girl, Joan, and the way Charlie Coverley...
Her beauty makes the vault a feasting present full of life.
Oh, listen, will you? I'm talking about Charlie, the boy she's thrown over for you and your phony promises. That boy's crazy enough with jealousy to try almost anything.
Aye, he is mad.
Right.
That he is mad, 'tis true. 'Tis true, 'tis pity. And pity 'tis true.
Heatherstone, he's mad enough to kill you. And so are some of the others.
Yeah, I've heard you're pretty rough on your cast of actors, on your crew.
Well, I must be cruel, only to be kind.
Now, what's that supposed to
They're
mean?
so ambitious, all of them, but so inadequate, so futilely do they attempt to gain the highest talent of this art, with which I am so rich endowed.
All right. Look, please. Apparently, Garrett feels that your life is in danger.
I'm sure of it.
And as long as I've come all the way down here, I'll take his word for it. That every one of your associates has a serious personal reason for wanting to see you out of the way.
What private griefs they have, alas, I know not.
Listen, will you?
But this I do avow.
Heatherstone, don't you care that somebody's out to get you?
My cast, my crew, you say?
Yes.
Me? Stands not within the prospect of belief.
Look, the fact remains...
And yet, if 'twere true, then I must bear a countenance more in sorrow than in anger. In gratitude toward me, who've given them so much.
Believe me, it is true. That's why I insist you have somebody to look out for you until you can get out of town.
These words are razors to me, wound.
That's why I sent for Dollar.
This man, huh?
Yes.
Let me have men about me who are fat,
we go again.
sleek-headed men, and such a sleeper night. Yon Dollar has a lean and hungry look. He thinks too much. Such men are dangerous.
Will you shut up?
And yet, suppose I am to die.
Believe me, if it weren't for the $10,000 it cost the company, I sometimes think I'd like to take care of that little matter myself.
And you would be found out.
That's what you think.
Then, Dollar, look upon his face. I quote, so full of artless jealousy is guilt, it spills itself in fearing to be spilt.
All right. The fact remains that in spite of what Garrett says, you're determined to go ahead with this play, this festival of yours.
I am.
In spite of the threats on your life.
Why not? All that live must die, passing through nature to eternity.
Okay. When's your next rehearsal?
Oh, this afternoon, but sir...
Station WVGR, right?
Aye, correct, but sir...
And I'm going to be there.
To interfere with me at work?
No. To hide in a corner and see if all this fuss over you is justified. To see if the atmosphere down there is as thick as Garrett says it is. To either take on this case or not, depending on whether I think your life's really in danger.
Oh, Johnny, his life has been in danger for years.
Of course.
You, admit it?
Aye, that I do. So therefore, harm, if harm they could have done, would long ago have caught me in its grasp.
Yeah, well, maybe you've just been lucky.
Aye. In the past, I quote, treason has done his worst. Nor steel nor poison, malice domestic, foreign levy, nothing can touch me further.
Oh, Lord.
And with that thought, I bid thee now adieu.
Yeah, well, goodbye.
And yet, perhaps, for best we talk this out, I quote, to fear the worst, obscures the worst. Good day, gentlemen.
You want a drink?
Garrett, that is the craziest clown I've ever met. But I still don't really see what you're worried about.
That's because all you've seen is the amusing side of him. But I tell you, Johnny, look, did you mean that about going over to the studio?
Yeah, sure. And frankly, more to see how a radio show is put together than anything else.
Then I'll arrange for you to sit in the control room with the engineer, the fellow who keeps the voices and sound effects and music and things in balance.
Great, I'll have a ball.
Yeah? Well, you'll see why I sent for you. Why I'm so sure somebody's going to murder Heatherstone.
Hey, if I didn't know you so well, Garrett, I'd think you were planning to do it yourself and call me in as a cover-up.
You know something, Johnny?
Well?
I'll call the studio, make arrangements for you.
I couldn't help feeling that Garrett's own resentment of Cyril Heatherstone was for a lot more than the mere fact he'd have to revise his policy a few more times. But if so, he wouldn't admit it to me. Item 3, $1.25 taxi to the studios at WVGR. There I was escorted backstage, so to speak, to the control room. It was a small room, facing into the main studio through a large soundproof plate glass window, and it was loaded with complicated equipment. Before the control panel, with its knobs and keys and dials, sat Gordon Mitchell, the engineer, a nice-looking chap in his 30s. Through the window, we could see Heatherstone and the cast gathered around a table, working on the script.
Sit here right beside me, Dollar, and you can see and hear everything that goes on in there.
Oh, well, sure. Thanks, Gordon. Is that microphone sitting in the middle of the studio there the one they use when they're on the air?
Yeah, that's one of them. There's one over there beside all that equipment for the sound effects men.
Oh, yes, I see.
And then there's another one in that booth over against the wall.
And what's that for?
To isolate it for special voice effects, like a voice coming over a telephone, things like that. A filter mic.
Oh, I see.
And then the one hanging over the table where they're reading will be for the orchestra when it comes in later.
Uh-huh. Say, you have a lot of stuff to balance when you're doing a show, haven't you? More knobs and dials and stuff.
You see here? This knob controls the mic over their table out there. Listen, I'll fade them in.
What, do the lines stretch out to the crack of doom?
Well, Charlie Coverley plays one of the small.
Well, what?
Oh.
Well, idiot!
Well, you said to get everything we could out of the line.
That I did.
So I added a couple of words to make the speech sound
You
more...
added to Shakespeare.
Well, I thought...
There we go, Dollar.
Oh! Listen to his own words. To gild refined gold, to paint the lily, to throw a perfume on the violet, is wasteful and ridiculous excess. Remember that and stop being ridiculous.
You heard enough, Dollar? Yeah, I'll cut it off.
A gentleman's son.
Brother, he really tears into them, doesn't he?
Believe me, that was nothing. Dollar, he's the most hated man in this town.
So I've heard. Pretty fast dealer, too.
You're not kidding. Yeah, he sure nicked me.
How do you mean?
All my savings. You know, invest in this Shakespearean festival. He'll get a sponsor. We'll all make $1 million. Well, if it wasn't for the beneficial finance company, I'd be on my uppers.
That way, huh?
And poor Charlie out there not only lost his shirt to Cyril, but his girl, too.
That little blonde beside him? The one who's talking now?
Yeah. Well, listen, I'll open their mic again.
Go ahead.
There's rosemary. That's for remembrance. Pray you, love, remember.
What?
And there is pansies. That's for thought. There's fennel for you, and here's some for me. We may call it herb bracelet Sunday.
Wonderful. You make the role of Ophelia live. Now,
boy.
If you don't quit pawing her, I'm going to...
Silence! Unhand me, sir. I'm silent.
Yes, Charles, you mustn't interrupt Cyril. You mustn't.
Here
Why,
we go.
sir?
Yes.
Where's your humility, Charles, before me, the master? Remember, 'tis common proof that lowliness in young ambition's ladder.
Sorry, Dollar. I can't take it.
Gordon, that guy is the most egotistical character I've ever seen.
He isn't going to live long.
Who are you thinking of?
Any of that group out there, and the sound crew, and the musicians. There isn't one of them hasn't got murder in his eye. I told the insurance...
What were you going to say?
I sent a couple of notes to Cyril's insurance man. He's an old friend of mine.
Oh?
I didn't sign them because I didn't want to get involved. But I told him what I'm telling you. Somebody's going to kill that guy out there unless you or...
Wait a second. He wants you.
Yeah.
What's sit and gossip in there when there's work to be done?
Oh, sorry, Cyril. Mr. Heatherstone.
Irresponsible lout. This is a rehearsal. That talkback's too loud.
First it's too quiet, now it's too loud.
Sounds as though you're shouting at me, and that I will not have.
Okay, sorry.
Believe me, you will be sorry ere this task is done.
Believe me, I am sorry. I forgot mixed
Now,
up.
I shall rehearse my lines as Hamlet's father's ghost. You may learn how Shakespeare should be read. Is the filter mic in order, Mitchell?
Yes, sir. Right in the isolation booth.
Very well. Then hearken, all of you, to the great lines from the lips and heart of a great actor. Notice the hair-shaped toe.
Really likes himself, doesn't he?
Look at those kids. Look at their eyes. See what I meant a minute ago? There's murder in them.
Who's that came in the door, the back door of the isolation booth?
Oh, it's one of the sound effects men. He takes care of...
Hi, boys and girls. How's the old...
Silence! Whoops. Now, is this microphone on and working properly? Well, Mitchell?
Yeah, it's on, but work a little closer to it, will you, and with a bit less voice?
You tell me how to use a microphone. Now, quiet, all of you.
What's he waiting for?
The mood, dollar. The mood. Come on, you old ghost.
I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain term to walk the night, and for the day confined to fasting fires, till the foul cry done. Foul cry.
Don't tell me he's forgotten his line.
Heaven's horrible shadow.
That's not the script.
Thy drugs are quick.
What is this?
My dismal senile means must act alone. Past hope, past cure,
Hey.
past help.
Wait a minute.
I call upon the gods to witness.
What's happening?
I don't know, dollar.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Who among us has not hoped for a better life? Who has not had a desire to help stamp out disease and suffering among more unfortunate people throughout the world? Many have wanted to help, and many have done so. That sort of work is going on everywhere. Everywhere there is hope for freedom and a better life. Outstanding in this field of activity is Project Hope, which operates from a converted U.S. Navy hospital ship called, appropriately enough, the Hope. The good ship Hope carries out its mission of mercy in far eastern waters. Wherever doctors, nurses, dentists, sanitation, and public health experts are needed, the Hope steams full speed ahead and gives what help it can. In addition to giving medical aid, the staff of the Hope works with local doctors to acquaint them with the newest of medicines and medical procedures. At the same time, the staff of the Hope learns a great deal about the symptoms and the cures of diseases with which they have had no previous contact. When the Hope was in the United States Navy, it was called the Consolation, and it is certain that the people who now operate her will give both consolation and hope to those who are suffering. Consolation, hope, and a new life. For wherever the hospital ship Hope is anchored, its staff is to make emergency trips to scenes of disasters and epidemics. Their services include a wide variety of skills, from removing a tumor from a child's neck to putting a bandage on an old woman's cut finger. But most importantly, with the Hope comes friendship and understanding. good medicine for healthy freedom, which is the right of all men everywhere.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Heatherstone Players Matter.
Cyril Peter St. George Heatherstone was dead. There was no doubt about it. And the old Shakespearean actor had died muttering the words of the immortal bard there at radio station WVGR in Trenton, New Jersey. When he fell in the isolation booth at one side, I immediately rushed into the main studio, checked the dead man's body, his clothes. I searched every nook and cranny of the isolation booth and came up with nothing.
He's dead. Cyril is dead. Terrible. It's terrible.
Is it? Well, I'm glad he's dead. He's had it coming for a long, long time. Oh, stop it, Joan. Stop it.
But he was going to make me an actress. A great actress. A star.
Oh, don't kid yourself, Joni. He was taking you like he took the rest of us. And me, I'm glad to see him lying there.
Who are you?
Huh? Oh, Don Ringo, sound effects man. I just came in time to... Hey, wait a minute. Who are you?
Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator.
Investigator?
That's right. Gordon.
Yeah, Dollar?
That phone in the control room. Can you call outside on it?
Sure.
Then call headquarters. Get somebody from homicide over here.
Right you are.
Don.
Yes, sir?
I want you to stay right here by this isolation booth. Make sure that nobody... Say, who, by the way, opened the door of this booth?
What? I did, Mr. Dollar.
Did you touch his body?
No. Oh, no.
Well, I hope not, because...
What's the matter, Mr. Dollar?
Plenty.
What is it, Mr. Dollar?
Well, at least I know what killed him.
Yeah?
What? Don, you stay here.
Okay.
The rest of you, back to the rehearsal table. I want to talk to you. It was so faint I wasn't quite sure for a second. But there was no doubt about that odor that came from the isolation booth. Like peach blossoms, only more delicate and more deadly. It was the odor of potassium pathine. And I'm glad the trace of it was faint, because one good whiff at full strength would kill almost instantly. Had killed. I'd left Don Ringo there at the booth to watch him, to see if he made any move toward Heatherstone's body. But Don had been the last one near him before he died. All right, now. Officially, there's nothing I can do until the police get here.
You said you know what killed him, Mr. Dollar.
Yes.
Potassium pathine, Charlie. Ever hear of it?
Well, no, of course not.
One tiny crystal, if swallowed, kills instantly. Or a single whiff of it when it's heated, vaporized. Same thing.
You think maybe he committed suicide, Mr. Dollar?
What do you think, John?
Well, what do you mean? Doesn't sound like Heatherstone to me, Dollar. Kill himself.
All right, so he needed help from someone in this room. And, Don, you were the last one near him.
Now, wait a minute.
Okay. Charlie?
Yes, sir?
Can you think of anybody here who might have had a better motive for killing Heatherstone than you?
No. No, I can't.
Charlie.
I wanted to see that phony, egotistical shyster dead more than anything else in the world. But I wouldn't have killed him.
Well, I would, Charlie, gladly, and I make no bones about it. The police will be here any minute, Dollar.
Good. How about your feelings in the matter, Don?
Sure. I'm glad he's been knocked off. But don't accuse me of having done...
I'm not accusing anybody yet. But isn't it kind of funny? The only one who admits he would have killed Heatherstone is Gordon here. But he was in the control room with me, not only when it happened, but long before it happened. And potassium pathine doesn't wait. The rest of you, though, were right here next to Heatherstone. Any one of you could have slipped the stuff to him before he walked into that isolation booth.
Yeah? But how would we have made him take it?
That's a good question.
Did you find any of that potassium, whatever it is, in the booth?
No, but I got a good whiff of it.
Well, you said it had to be vaporized.
For the pathine gas to do its work, yes.
Dollar, could a capsule of it have been tossed into the booth, or maybe left in there for him to step on?
Then where's the capsule? Gordon, I went over that booth with a fine-tooth comb. Joan.
Yes, Mr. Dollar.
Are you the only one who touched him before I came in from the control room?
I didn't touch him. I told
But you were the only one who went into the booth, weren't you?
Yes.
The only one who could have removed any evidence of the means used to get that vaporized pathine in there.
Mr. Dollar,
Look here, Dollar. If you're saying that Joni had anything to do with... What's the matter with you? Didn't you know that she was in love with that...
All right, Charlie, all right. Take it easy.
I thought I loved him, Charles.
What? Honey.
I guess it took this to bring me to my senses.
Joni, oh, Joni.
All right, look. We've got a murder on our hands. And unless the police are able to come up with more than I have, well... But they weren't. The doctor who came along with Lieutenant Harper agreed with my conclusion that Heatherstone had died from a hefty whiff of Phaeton gas. But neither of them could find any possible source of the gas, even after thorough inspection of the isolation booth, the studio, and every one of us in it. Nothing. Dead end. Finally, after some 4 hours of futile questioning.
Well, it was murder, all right, Dollar. No question about it.
Any suspects, Lieutenant?
Any suspects? All of them, every one of them. Except maybe the guy who was in the control room with you.
Lieutenant, that should make him number one in the list.
You've been reading too many mystery stories.
Oh, look, Lieutenant. How much longer are we going to have to stay around here?
You anxious to get away? What's your name, Ringo?
Well, I mean it after all, you know.
Inspector, would there be any harm in putting my equipment away?
What equipment?
Oh, mics and mic cables, patch connections on the board in the control room, so on.
You see any reason, Dollar?
No. Go ahead, Gordon.
Thanks. A little tired of just standing around.
What about us, Lieutenant?
Is it doing any good to keep us here?
Look, somebody in this place killed Heatherstone.
Yeah, but you're not getting anywhere finding out who it was. Are we all under suspicion?
Yeah, excuse me, Dollar. You're standing on this mic cable.
Oh, sorry.
I asked you a question, Lieutenant.
The answer is yes. Yes, you're all under suspicion.
But what good is keeping us here?
You'd rather be locked up?
Excuse me again, Dollar. Now this cable.
Oh, sure. Hey, now, wait a minute.
That's the cable for the mic in that booth?
Yeah, that's right. Excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead and take it away.
Gordon.
Those mics all stay in the studio?
Yes, sir. Oh, if you ever want to inspect them...
Inspect them? What for?
Oh, I didn't know.
Maybe I know, Gordon.
What?
This cable to the booth mic. It's thicker than the other.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Probably an old one.
Or maybe it's bigger because it has a couple of extra leads in it, extra wires.
Yeah, the old ones did. That's why...
Come on, Lieutenant.
Huh?
You too, Gordon. Got a screwdriver?
Sure. In my pocket. Here you are. Pliers, too, if you want them. But I don't understand why...
Now, this mic in the booth.
Oh, careful, Mr. Dollar. That's pretty delicate.
Then you do it. Take the faceplate off this mic.
Sure. But why?
Yeah, Dollar.
Potassium Phaeton. A crystal of potassium Phaeton. Vaporized in this booth.
Oh, sure, but you going to tell me how?
Well, maybe I'm just guessing, but I think so. Go ahead, Gordon.
Yes, sir. Well, I still don't... Yeah, there you are. Well, there's the insides of it.
Yeah. That's all.
There's a... Look. This tiny ball of fused metal.
Yeah.
All that's left of a heating element that was melted away inside this mic. Thanks to the extra wires in that cable.
Oh, it's probably just a little piece of stuff.
Look at the color. A livid red. Typical of the action of potassium Phaeton on fused metal.
Huh?
On the heating element that was placed in the mic and destroyed by a surge of current through it.
Hey, that color, that's right. You're right. Well, then...
The one man who didn't hesitate to say how he felt about Heatherstone. Who said he would kill him. Who warned us. And the one man with an alibi, because I was there in the control room with him. I suppose you disconnected the power leads to that cable when you went into the control room to call the police, didn't you, Gordon?
Yeah, Mr. Dollar, you guessed right again. But it was a good try, wasn't it? No flight of angels will sing him to his rest.
So, that was it. And the company will have to pay the claim. Expense account total, including incidentals and fare back to Hartford, $51.25. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, the Yours Truly matter. And I give you one guess about the name of the victim. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood. It is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote tonight's story. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Lawrence Dobkins, Dick Crenna, Sam Edwards, Frank Gersel, Herb Vigran, and Hans Conried. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for
for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.